Pull up, pull up.
Welcome back to Hangar Zilch79. I am Zilch, which means nothing. Nothing, it means nothing. You are nothing. You are dust. Picking up from the Cardassians here. Anyway, welcome back to my playthrough with excessive commentary for Star Trek Bridge Commander. We're now in episode 6, which has lots of missions in it. And I've done some editing and stuff. I've already played through basically almost all of it. So, spoiler, if you like combat and explosions and stuff, this is the one for you. There's a lot of it. This is like where shit goes down. The Cardassians are about to, well, you'll see. And when we last left our heroes, Commander Data was stranded alone on a planet full of radiation. So, yeah, we beamed Data down to a planet so we could do some investigations and stuff down there about the Vesuvi event. And then we got jumped by a ton of Cardassians, and I hate to run, but the way the mission was written, even if you somehow manage to cheat or you're super good at combat, which I am, but still not against like 5 Keldons at once, it's scripted so that you leave Data. So don't feel bad if you're playing through this on your own and you leave Data on the planet's surface. That's by design. You're not supposed to be able to. You gotta create drama somehow. So he's stranded on the planet, and you just have to leave him. But as Admiral Hughes says, he's very resourceful. He'll be fine. Spoiler alert. He's fine. Because there's a lot more Star Trek with Data in it after this game gets made, so you know he doesn't die. I'll shut up now. Stay tuned. Episode 6 coming up. Enjoy.
Felix Savali, personal log, stardate 55403.5. I feel responsible for leaving Commander Data behind at Alioth.
Yeah, me too.
No one has blamed me, but I still think I could have held off our attackers long enough to retrieve him.
Nah.
Miguel has told me over and over to forget it, that it couldn't be helped. But I can't get it out of my mind. I have been in countless battles, and never before have I left a comrade behind. Still, the Cardassians are up to their old tricks, and I'm sure there'll be more confrontations between us. We still might have a chance to get back to the Alioth system and pull Data out of there. If he survives.
Incoming message from Starfleet.
The Cardassian faction, led by this rogue, Matan, has formally declared war on the Federation. The offensive you witnessed was not an isolated incident. The Cardassians are on the verge of breaking through into other Federation-held territories. Every combat-capable ship has been ordered to fight a delaying action against the Cardassian forces, while we attempt to evacuate local installations. Rendezvous with the USS San Francisco in the Artrus system, and delay the Cardassians as long as possible. I'll be honest with you, Captain. We do not expect this line to hold. We can only hope we will be able to stall the Cardassian offensive. Good luck.
There's that many of them? Condition green. Do I have
Captain?
voice attack on?
Cancel red alert.
Alright.
Your orders, sir?
Yeah, okay, so...
Captain, the ship is in need of repairs.
I was
we should
just...
return to Starbase.
Yeah, I was just about... Hey, Captain's talking. Shush. Yeah, it does kind of suck seeing that empty chair, I gotta say. But it's easier to click on Brex.
Your orders, Captain?
The hull is down to below 50%. We lost use of... Well, it's functional, but whatever. That was a lot of damage, and that sucks. And this is actually one of the instances where I didn't get a crash to desktop in between chapters, or episodes rather, so we're on episode 6, directly from episode 5 for once, and it's right where we left off. So let's dock, patch up the hull.
Docking sequence initiated.
Sir, we must go to the Artrus system to aid the San Francisco.
Safi, I know that.
Hello, Sovereign.
But I do tend to forget things, so you know what? I'll let it. You know what? You're just doing your job. All right. So who else is around? Just the Starbase.
Sir,
else
we
is
must
out.
go to the Archer system to aid the San Francisco.
You don't say. I know. I am talking. I am talking, number one.
Your orders, Captain.
Oi.
Course laid in.
All right, land a course. Let's go.
Sir, we must go to the Archer system to aid the San Francisco.
Talk to me in my ready room now. Anyway,
Your orders, Captain.
Sir, we must go to the Archer system to aid the San Francisco.
Commander Larson, you are hereby ordered to just not say that again.
Captain? Yes, sir.
Ah. It reminds me of a bug. What was it, the second Witcher game? Say a Witcher has no need to. Oh shit. Red alert.
We have arrived at the outskirts
sir?
of the Artris system, sir.
Red alert, shields up.
Detecting 2 galores engaged with a Galaxy class.
It's
Yeah.
the San Francisco, sir. She's hailing us.
Sovereign,
Their bottom shield is
you're a
draining,
welcome
sir.
sight.
We got you.
So far, we've been able to hold them off, but I sense that they are going to make a big push soon.
The Galores are trying to double team the San Francisco.
The galore shields are damaged.
Remember that safe
San
word.
Francisco is firing.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
Starfleet Regulation Rule 34.
Target hull integrity
It's-
at 25%.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm a bad person. I know.
Their forward shield is draining.
I take a giant shit on you. What
Sir,
are you
the
doing,
right
Step
shield
Captain?
has failed.
I'm stuck in this black hole and I can't get out. What am I gonna do? I'm probably going to hell for saying that, but I don't believe in it, so hopefully not. Boom!
Your orders, Captain?
Yellow alert.
Stand down weapons.
Sir, 2 more
All
galores and a
stations, yellow
Kelvin have
alert.
entered the system.
Ah!
This could be Captain
Your orders,
Zilch's
sir?
big push.
Red alert. I'd have to agree with you, Chief.
Big push? Are you kidding me? They're just setting this up for
We
me.
could take on one of the galores in the Kelvin, sir. The San Francisco could take care of the other galore.
Hey, you know, when I was in command of a Galaxy-class ship,
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
not fast enough. Come on, get that phaser off.
Sir, we're going to hit.
That's the idea. Alright, let's poop on him. Oh man, that's some Chipotle right there. I used to be so nice. What the, you know?
Target hull integrity at 75%. Target hull integrity at 50%.
All right,
Target's
San
hull
Francisco's
has been
actually
breached,
kicking the
Captain.
ass of that Kelvin. That's great. I mean, it should be. It's a better ship. And
Their
what I'm
left
gonna
shield
do
is
is
draining, Captain.
we will double team this Kelvin,
Their top shield has failed.
and now we will double team this Galore. Ah,
Shields are at 75%.
if I were him,
Bottom
I'd
shield
run
is
away.
draining, sir.
But not doing that.
Target hull integrity at 50%. Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple decks.
That's the plan. There we go. All right, I'll stop. And San Francisco completely
All Cardassians
undamaged.
destroyed, sir.
Incoming message from Captain Zeiss, sir.
Good job, Captain.
Zeiss to Sovereign.
Your orders, sir?
Excellent
Stand down
teamwork,
weapons.
Captain.
I'll say.
All
All stations,
We took
yellow
some hits,
alert.
Sovereign. But damage control is already on repairs. We are operational and ready to continue.
Nice double
I'm
teaming.
not picking up any more vessels on the long-range scans, sir. Maybe that was the last of them.
Or they're attacking somewhere else.
That's
Incoming
likely.
message, sir. Priority channel.
Captain,
Your
two
orders,
of our
Captain?
ships, the
Cancel
Venture
Your
and the
orders,
Devore,
Captain.
have come under heavy attack in the ONA system and are in need of aid. This system is crucial to the defense of the Savoy training grounds and the Savoy 1 tactical station.
Okay, let's get moving.
You and the San Francisco must do whatever is necessary to hold that system.
Oh, hell yeah.
You
About
out.
time.
Sir,
Yes, Captain.
orders are orders.
Yellow alert.
Your orders,
Shields
serious?
up.
How much more of this do they expect us to take?
If Starfleet
Hey, we got
needs
it.
us to buy them time, that's what we have to do.
Yes, Captain?
We got a Galaxy-class ship of support. We're going to kick their asses. Where are we going, Ona?
Course laid in.
We got this, guys.
Yes,
Don't worry
sir.
about it. We're going in with shields up. We're in the Sovereign. We
Incoming
got
message,
this.
sir. It's Captain Martin of the Devore. On screen.
Glad to see you, Sovereign. They've
Damn.
been coming at us pretty heavily in this system.
Red
Now
alert.
that you're here,
Damn.
the odds are improving. If you and the San Francisco
Red
pick your
alert.
targets, we can handle the rest.
Captain, we have collapsed their bottom shield.
Probably start cranking full power to weapons here. Yeah, see, we got this. There's 4 of us and 4 of them, and we're better. Our ships are better, and we look better. So, not to worry, crew. And look, it's the fucking Prometheus. We got this.
Captain, we have collapsed their bottom shield.
I did not expect the Prometheus to be here. Wonder if it's gonna go all multi-vector attack mode on these dudes. Then it'll be like having 7 ships, right? It splits into 3. Looks all super cool. That's it in the bottle style. You know what I'm talking about.
Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple decks.
All right. You are well and proper fucks killed in 2. As you should be. You're getting quadruple teamed. You know, I think that joke is going to get old real quick, but that's not going
Sir,
to
we
stop
are
me.
draining their top shield.
Oh. Bring them
More
on.
Cardassians, sir. I'm picking up 2 more Galores and a Kelvin.
Target hull
goes from
integrity
bad
at
to worse,
50%.
There's enough to go around.
We got it.
Choose your targets, sir.
Lower 8. Going down. Where's the
Their bottom
kaboom?
shield is draining, sir.
Hey, wait, what ship is that? Down there. Is that constant? Ah, it's an Excelsior. Hell yeah. See, I knew we gotta win this. I guess that's the Venture. The Devore. This is awesome. Yeah.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Don't fuck with Starfleet, bitches.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
Port shield draining, Captain.
I don't even need to
Hull
crank power to
integrity
weapons.
at
We got
20%.
this. Oh, and it's Intrepid class?
Captain.
Damn, we got the
attacks are
best
draining
shit
their
out
right
here.
Shield.
Intrepid, Excelsior, Sovereign, Galaxy. They're throwing
Target hull integrity at 20%.
their trash ships. I mean,
Captain, we have collapsed their
being
bottom
hailed.
shield.
Intelligence reports
Shields
that the
are at
Cardassians
75%.
have more ships
Sir, their
moving
aft
towards
shield is
the ONA
draining.
system.
bring
It
them
is
on.
clear
We got
cannot
this.
hold the ONA system.
No, we got it.
In light of this, I'm ordering a full evacuation of all personnel
No!
from the Savoy 1 station. You and any surviving ships will hold off the Cardassians at Savoy 3 while the Devore continues to Savoy 1 to
Yeah.
provide cover for the evacuation transports. I know we are asking a lot of you and your crew, Captain.
Yeah, that's to leave.
but
We
you
should
must
stay here.
Hold on. It is imperative that we save as many lives as possible.
It's a Excelsior refit, like Enterprise B. Man, we had this. We don't gotta retreat. We just, you know, this is a
Stand
it's a
down
trap
weapons.
for them. They could.
All stations,
Yes,
yellow
Captain?
alert.
Where are we going?
Sir, our presence is needed at Savoy 3 to intercept incoming
3?
Yes, Captain?
Cardassians. Your orders, sir?
Course laid in.
More enemy vessels have entered the area.
Oh, really? 5 Keldons? You know what?
Red alert.
I know this
sir,
is
Our
scripted
presence is needed at Savoy 3
to
to intercept
get us to
incoming
leave.
Cardassians.
But you know what? It's probably gonna work because that's a lot of firepower. All right, let's do
Shields
it.
are at 75%.
Yes, Captain.
You convinced me. Well said, Safi. It's amazing. If you get 1 or 2 support ships on your side, you can just tear them apart. But if it's 5-on-1, that's pretty rough.
This is the Devore. We're proceeding to Savoy 1 to oversee the evacuation as ordered.
We'll hold here while the transports evacuate the station.
That'll give us a nice balance between. Because I know they're gonna send in a bunch of friggin'
A small strike
Yeah.
force has just entered the system.
Small?
1 Keldon and 1 Galore. They are on an intercept course.
Of course. Of course. Intercept course with death. It's alright, we got the Venture, we got the Prometheus, Francisco.
Sir,
Sir,
another
we are
ship is on a
draining their
collision
top
course.
shield.
Hell yeah! We're not
The
stuck here
forward
with them.
shield is draining.
They're stuck here with us.
Target hull integrity at 75%.
I'm alive. Some quantum physics right to his face.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
All stop. Reverse, reverse, reverse. Back up, back up, back up.
Another group of enemy ships. 2 Galores and a Keldon.
Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple decks.
Get out of here. All right, Galore 11. Damn. There's a lot of hulls flying around here.
Their left shield is draining, Captain.
You know what I would do if I had actual. If I could command the other ships, I would have a
Sir,
small
we are
focus
draining
fire
their
on
top
the
shield.
same ship and just work them out. Quick, you know, wipe them out quickly. 'Cause the fewer hulls you have flying around, the fewer points, you know, fewer attackers you have. It's better to work through them in
The top
series
shield
rather than
has
parallels.
failed.
What I'm saying. Get back here, you chicken shit! Ah!
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
Sir, the
Uh-huh.
Cardassians have warped out of the system.
I
Their
noticed.
projected course will take them to Savoy 1.
They must
Your
intend
orders,
to
sir.
attack the station.
Let's get the hell over there. Like, now.
Course laid in. Aye, aye. Incoming message, sir.
No comment.
Sovereign. Cardassians are approaching Savoy 1 in strength. We are in no position to defend against a force this size. We require immediate assistance.
That guy
Martin
looks
Course laid in.
really
Captain.
familiar.
Standing by to warp to Savoy 1.
We have to keep the Cardassians at bay until the transports clear the station.
I'm gonna sue for likeness. My beard and mustache look way better than that, though.
Good to see you, Sovereign. You need to buy the transports a little more time to get everyone off the station.
Oh, we got it.
Sir, we are draining
Remember
their
me,
top
bitch?
shield.
Not even gonna waste more torpedoes on this shit. Just die.
The Cardassians are concentrating fire on the Cambridge.
Sir, we are
Captain,
draining their
Cambridge
top
is
shield.
calling for aid. Urgent, sir.
Yeah, we got it. We got him. We got him.
Target hull integrity at 75%.
All right, couple 5.
Captain, we're on a collision course.
This is fucking glorious. Yeah!
Sir, transport Shannon is away.
Just 2 more to go.
Boom! Alright, I'll stop. Let's take some time to...
Captain, more Cardassians have entered the system.
Oh, come on.
I've got them, sir.
Where?
They're heading for the transports.
Intercept. Let's get us there
Intercept
quickly.
course plotted.
Oh, that thing can move. Alright, well, we know what to do with that. Impulse engines. Somebody's getting tore up. Well, I love it when an ally flies by just kicking somebody else's ass.
The forward shield is draining.
The Devore has sustained serious damage.
Needs to get the hell out.
Sovereign, we can't take much more of this
Target
punishment.
hull integrity
We've got
at
to protect us.
75%.
Alright, he's one engine out.
Captain, Transport Inverness reports they have finished loading personnel and are preparing to warp out. Inverness is safely away, Captain.
You think you're safe? You think you're safe? No!
Target hull integrity at 25%. Their hull is severely damaged, sir.
There we go, that's how we do it. Oh, damn, Devore. You need some help there, buddy? Where's the Cambridge? What are you? Oh, it's like the Janolan. Damn. You need to head back to base there, buddy.
Yes, sir?
How are they doing?
Aye, Captain.
It's nice to be working with you on this mission, Captain.
Aye, Captain. No response, sir. I think they're busy.
Yeah, you know, that's good.
Aye, Captain. No response, sir. I think they're busy.
All right.
Incoming message from the Devore, sir.
They're gone.
The last transport is clear of the station. Sovereign, we should head back to Starbase 12 before more Cardassians show up.
That guy looks a lot like me, I gotta say. that's weird. Where are we going?
Several enemy ships have entered the system.
What? Oh wait, we're evacuating, right? Yeah.
Course laid in.
Let's
Yes,
get out
sir.
of here. Yeah, so we evacuated that station, and it's kind of that's a write-off, I guess. That was a hell of a fight. A glorious battle, if you will.
Incoming message from Starfleet. On screen.
The Cardassians have been hitting us hard. Many of our vessels have been destroyed, and even more damaged beyond repair. Crews are still trapped aboard their crippled vessels or in escape pods. We must bring these people back. Starfleet Command believes the Cardassians will take some time before their next major push. While they are organizing, we will move in and rescue as many of our people as we can. You will escort the medical vessel Nightingale on its recovery mission. After you reload and repair, you will rendezvous with the Nightingale in the Gebel system. The Nightingale has limited defensive capabilities, so they will be relying on you to see them through safely.
We getcha.
Liu out.
Course plotted
Your
for
orders,
the Gebel
sir?
system, sir.
How's our hull? Good, good, good. No damage. No damage to our systems. Shields at full. Batteries charging up. Let's go to condition green, see if we can get that charging up a little better, a little faster.
Cancel red alert.
And set a course for where was it?
Course laid in. Yes, Captain.
Let's get out of here. That works. That's like leaving somewhere, not like boldly going into some, you know. Whoa! That was gonna be an insurance claim.
Incoming message, sir.
On screen.
Hello, Sovereign. I am Captain Jadeha. We appreciate your escort on this mission. Starbase 12 has detected faint signals from distress beacons coming from Gebel 3. We plan to start there.
Yes, Captain.
Alright, you heard him. Gebel 3.
Course laid in. Aye, Captain.
Let's go.
I'm picking up debris from 2, maybe 3 ships, sir.
Damn.
Do we know who they were?
I can't tell from the debris, Commander.
Transmission from Captain Jadeha, sir. On screen.
This is worse than I thought.
Yeah.
Any emergency beacons?
Several beacons are still active in the area, Commander. I'm reading 6.
If we work together, we should be able to pick up the escape pods in a reasonable amount of time.
You have
Your
our
orders,
cooperation, Captain
Initiating
Jadeha.
scan.
Very satisfactory, Commander. Jadeha out.
Plotting the locations of the escape pods, sir. I have the coordinates.
We have to help recover all the escape pods, sir. Felix can
Not
use the
reading
tractor
anything
beam
new,
to bring
sir.
them aboard.
Yes, sir.
So we got. Actually, let's go to pod 1. That looks like a little closer.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Tactical.
Sir, a Cardassian galore has just entered the system.
We can't allow them to engage the Nightingale.
They're firing on the Nightingale.
We are being hailed.
Firing
On
phasers.
screen.
We are under fire here, Sovereign.
I see that. Your Starfleet, shoot back. Get a little closer to hit the quantums. You know what? Let's. Those beams.
Nightingale has docked an escape pod, sir.
The top shield has failed.
You know, I wish this was like Wing Commander where I could like hail him and taunt him and pull him off. I'll just have to get his attention by kicking his ass.
Nightingale reports she has retrieved 2 pods.
Good shit. You bitch! That's just as well.
Sir,
Okay.
the galore has just warped out of the system.
It didn't take much to chase him off. Aye, aye,
Ensign
Captain.
Lomar has a point. The Cardassians haven't been reluctant to fight.
They were probably just a scout.
Yeah, that means there's gonna be more.
Captain?
Tractor beam? Where's the tractor beam button? Oh, it's down here. Yeah, you know what? We need some
Captain,
speed here.
we'll have to use the aft tractor beam to pull
Aft?
the pod into the shuttle bay.
Alright, you got it.
Attempting to dock escape pod, sir.
Yeah, I'll stop.
lost one
continue
of the escape
firing on
pods.
friendly ships,
Captain,
I will be
two
forced to
Galores have
relieve you
entered
of
the
command.
system.
Sir, if you continue to fire on friendly targets,
That didn't happen. I was trying to move the camera and it fired.
I will be forced to relieve you of command. Captain, because of your attacks on Federation ships, I have no choice but to remove you from command.
They're maneuvering into firing.
That was bullshit.
Incoming message from Starfleet. On
Bring it.
screen.
The Cardassians have been hitting us hard.
Yes, sir?
Many of our vessels have been destroyed, and even more damaged beyond repair.
Your orders, sir?
Crews are still trapped aboard their crippled vessels or in escape pods. We must bring these people back. Starfleet Command believes the Cardassians will take some time before their next major push. While they are organizing, we will move in and rescue as many of our people as we can. You will escort the medical vessel Nightingale on its recovery mission. After you reload and repair, you will rendezvous with the Nightingale in the Gebel system. The Nightingale has limited defensive capabilities, so they will be relying on you to see them through safely. Liu out.
Course plotted for the Gebel system, sir. Yes, Captain?
Let's move it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's just, that's generic. You want something inspiring, you know? But not cheesy. You know what? Cheesy's fine. Cheesy is absolutely fine. I'm good with that. Ah. Ah! That was almost an insurance claim.
Incoming message, sir.
On screen.
Hello, Sovereign. I am Captain Jadeha. We appreciate your escort on this mission. Starbase 12 has detected faint signals from distress beacons coming from Gebel 3. We plan to start there.
Yes, Captain?
Let's not keep them waiting.
Course laid in. Yes, Captain.
Let's bend some space. I kind of like that one. It's just a bit of a mouthful, you know?
I'm picking up debris
Nebula,
from 2,
Ambassador.
maybe 3 ships, sir.
Do we know who they were?
Who
I can't
dares?
tell from the debris, Commander.
Transmission from Captain Jadeha, sir.
Who did that?
On screen.
Oh, fuck them up.
This is worse than I thought.
I
Any
know.
emergency beacons?
Several beacons are still active in the area, Commander. I'm reading 6.
If we work together, we should be able to pick up the escape pods in a reasonable amount of time.
You have our cooperation, Captain Jadeha.
Very satisfactory, Commander. Jadeha out.
Plotting the locations of the escape pods, sir. I have the coordinates.
We have to help recover all
Aye,
the
aye,
escape
Captain.
pods, sir. Felix can use the tractor beam to bring them aboard.
That's the switch down here. So once he gets in range of the tractor, he'll automatically engage it.
Sir, a Cardassian Galore has just entered the system.
We can't allow them to engage the
Bitches.
Nightingale.
They're firing on the Nightingale. Firing phasers.
We are being hailed. On screen.
We are under fire here, Sovereign.
I see that. Hey! Starfleet, you're a Nebula-class ship. Shoot him back! Oops.
Intercept course plotted.
There we go.
The Nightingale has docked an escape pod, sir.
Only 3? There you go. I'd like to see one of them hit. There we go.
Nightingale reports she has retrieved 2 pods.
Sir, the Galore has just warped
Aye, aye,
out of the
Captain.
system.
It didn't take much to chase him off.
Ensign
he's a
Lomar has a
bitch.
point. The Cardassians haven't been reluctant to fight.
They were probably just a scout.
So we can expect more of his asshole buddies.
Your orders, Captain?
You know, we're probably gonna have to drop the shields to get him into the shuttle bay. Is that how that works? I don't know. Can they pull through a shield?
Attempting
We're in
to dock
position to
escape
dock the
pod,
pod,
sir.
sir.
Oh man, we don't have time for this shit.
Captain, 2 Galores have entered the system. They're maneuvering into
The second
firing
Galore is
position.
harassing the Nightingale.
Shit.
Toying with her. She can't defend herself.
Yeah, it's a Nebula class. She absolutely can. All right, whatever. Let's just get over there.
Intercept
Blow 'em up.
course plotted.
The pod will wait. It's my move. You know, I don't like pop-ups. Notifications. I really don't.
Nightingale has docked an escape pod, sir.
I don't want any of them, unless it's like someone I know and want to talk to. Otherwise, whatever. So many notifications these days. Then you have to spend like, if you want to stop them, you gotta take the time to shut them off. Probably sound a little bit on the not young side just now, but I mean really. I don't think anyone is really equipped to handle a barrage of like micro notifications that don't really matter too much. We're not really built for that kind of shit. We think we are.
Nightingale has docked an escape pod, sir.
That should do it. Let's start the weapons here.
Targeting second Galore. Firing.
Be more accurate than that. Oh, overshot. Let's take it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's an odd number of torpedoes, but cut to reverse. That'll put our nose in line real quick. For that. Yeah!
Sir, the Nightingale is on the verge of being destroyed.
No, it's just got 50% hull.
Our situation is critical. We are badly damaged.
Yeah, I know. I'm shooting weapons up this guy as fast as I can. Now he's on me. There we go. Now we got his attention. Right down his throat.
The Nightingale has docked an escape pod, sir.
Alright, let's get some quantum into him. That should do it.
The second Galore is destroyed.
Aye, aye, Captain.
To avoid accidental discharge, let's go to yellow alert. Actually, I want to let the Nightingale take care of that. Let's leave the tractor beam off. Yeah, just let them have it. My job is to provide combat support, escort, and their job is to rescue people and heal them.
The Nightingale has docked an escape pod, sir.
That's the last of the escape pods, sir. Sensors are clear.
Message from Captain Jadeha, sir.
Good job, buddy.
There were several dead in the pods we retrieved, but most of the survivors are in good shape. We make an excellent team, Sovereign.
Sir, I'm picking up a faint distress beacon coming from Ceres 1. I think it's the Dauntless.
We are reading it as well, Sovereign. I suggest we head to Ceres and see if we can locate any survivors.
The Dauntless?
Your orders, sir. Course laid in.
Our old ship, right?
Yes, Captain.
Yes.
Arriving in Ceres 3, sir.
There are the remains of a Federation freighter in the system, sir. No life signs.
Starfleet logs indicate the Dauntless was escorting the freighter Adams to Starbase 12. It looks like they didn't make it.
I've got a fix on the Dauntless's signal, sir. They're at Ceres 1. The Nightingale is already on her way there.
Course laid in. Aye, Captain. Sir, we are receiving a hail from the Dauntless. They're still alive.
Nightingale,
Your orders,
Sovereign.
Captain.
This is Captain Yi. I can't tell you how good you were.
What is your situation, Captain Yi?
We have extensive casualties.
Intercept
We have
course.
suffered severe
Plotted.
damage to propulsion, weapons, and life support, and we're operating on emergency power. We'll have to evacuate soon.
What?
There's no telling how long she'll stay together.
We might be able to tow her back to Starbase 12, sir.
I just ran a sensor sweep over the Dauntless, sir. Their hull is so damaged, there's no way she can handle the stress of warp speed.
We will evacuate your crew, Captain. How are your transporter systems?
Unreliable.
I will have a team transport over with pattern enhancers, and we will begin moving your crew to the Nightingale. Sovereign, if you could patrol the area while we transfer the survivors,
Good
it would
idea.
be a great
Yes,
help.
Captain?
Yes, Captain?
It's gonna red alert because we know what's happening. Some Cardassian assholes are gonna show up and try to kill people while we're doing a rescue mission because they don't give a shit. Oh man, she all broke.
We have company, sir. 2 Cardassians are entering the system. They are assuming a hostile formation.
Yeah.
Here I was, expecting a cake and party hats.
Are they the same ones we engaged
Sir,
before?
we're going
It
to
looks
hit.
like our scout is back again, this time with more muscle.
Yeah, let's pull that kill then. Really want to get his attention because that kill has got a decent amount of firepower. And I don't want that going at the Nightingale. It's already half dead. And the Dauntless. Jeez, it's even worse. Come on, come on, come on. Give me those torpedoes. One. More. There we go. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna have to start targeting compressor beams. Half beams. That'll work. It's effective. Shut that one down. I'm not gonna wait for them to be destroyed. I'm just gonna start. Once they go gray, I'm gonna switch over to. Yeah, there we go. See what I mean? Got an immediate need to shut them down. Stop me firing. It's not a drawn-out fight where I want to shut them down permanently. Just need to protect that. Protect the Nightingale. Damn it. Maybe I was wrong on that. Now I got his attention. That's it. won't need those weapons where you're going. There we go. Alright, let's switch over. Ouchie! It's alright, I can take it. He can't. Come on. Load him, load him, load him. Loading time. So, computer reload time seems pretty low. This fight. Come on, give me some torpedoes. There we go. Why are they not loading? Am I taking damage? Alright, tactical. Destroy that. Chief. Twos. There we go. Alright, I got it from here. Am I out of torpedoes? I am out of torpedoes, that's why. I've been fighting so much that my torpedo stores have been drained. I need to dock with Starbase 12. Holy shit. That's how much fighting has been going on. Why is this not firing? Still got some quantums though. That's alright. We got this. We don't need no torpedoes.
One galore gone.
Alright, I'll stop here. So that's gonna be more important that the weapon recharge rate is high.
Message from the Nightingale, Captain.
What you got?
On screen.
Captain, we have finished transferring the Dauntless's crew. That seems to be all we can do here.
Sir, the Dauntless's hull is collapsing.
Ugh. No, 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 I don't want to see
On
this.
screen.
No! Ah.
She's gone, sir.
Well, there goes 2 years of my blue blood, sweat, and tears.
The Dauntless was the first starship I piloted. I'll miss her. Message from the Nightingale, sir. They're heading back to Starbase 12.
Now
I
it's
suggest we do the same.
personal! That was my ship!
Your orders, sir.
Ah.
Course laid in. Yes, Captain.
Yeah, we need to reload torps. So, I'm gonna dock with that base we got. And, wonder if we're gonna crash the desktop here. Maybe a non-issue. Oh, boy.
Sovereign, Nightingale, welcome back. Captain Jadeha, my medical
Captain,
staff has been alerted to
cancel
your
red
needs
alert.
and is prepared to receive the Dauntless's wounded. We will begin transporting the survivors immediately.
The wounded are being transported now, Captain.
Incoming message from Starfleet, sir.
As you know, the Cardassians now control the Savoy station. We believe they will use the station to set up a forward base of operations within Federation
Intercept
territory.
course plotted.
This compromises the entire security of our position in the Maelstrom. Therefore, we have made it a priority to retake Savoy Station. You will lead an assembled strike force to retake the station. Commander Willis aboard the Kittimer will have operational control for this mission. Follow his orders to the letter. You may dock at Starbase 12 and conduct any repairs and rearming necessary.
You don't say.
Hail the Kittimer to inform Commander Willis when you are ready to proceed. Liu out.
Docking sequence initiated.
Yeah, we got some hull damage and everything. Damn.
Hello, Captain.
Hello, Commander. Alright. Good as new. Okay, so we carry 250 photon torpedoes, and we dumped all of them. Damn, that was a lot of... That was just a lot. Alright.
Yes, Captain? Hailing the Kittimer, sir.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Captain. The Sovereign is becoming well known in this sector, though it's only been in service for a short time. I'm sure that's due in no small part to your fine crew, as well as your leadership. For this operation to succeed, the Kittimer will have to move in quickly and deliver a boarding party to the station. This means your primary assignment will be to keep enemy ships from interfering with the Kittimer's task. Keep her flight path clear, Captain. When the station has been secured, be alert to any Cardassian attempts to destroy it. When they realize they're going to lose it, I expect them to employ a scorched earth policy. If the station is destroyed, it will hinder our continued operations in the area and make it impossible to mount a concerted defense against the Cardassians. When you're ready, we will proceed to the Savoy system. If necessary, you'll receive further orders from me once there. Willis out.
Orders from a commander, huh? Alright, well, you know what? I don't have any ego problems with that. Let's set a course for Savoy.
Course laid in. Aye, aye.
Fire 'em up. Yeah, I just can't quite do it. Oh shit.
Incoming message, sir.
That took like no time at all.
These Cardassian ships present a minor problem.
Your
We'll
orders,
have to take
sir?
them out before proceeding.
Minor problem. Well, we got a fresh load of torpedoes.
Their bottom shield is draining,
You
sir.
bitch! Just as well. You know he's gonna go get his
Sir,
buddies.
we are draining their top shield.
Man, these guys don't... they're not sticking around. It's like just once I break one of their shield segments, they run away.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
Which probably means they're going to come back later. And in greater numbers.
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
It's just as well. Let's see if we can brute force this bitch to death. Anyway. That's right.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Well, your friends weren't so loyal to you, were they?
Losses and running.
I believe they're on a course for the Savoy station, sir. Incoming message from Commander Willis.
Good work, Sovereign. We'll continue on to Savoy 1.
Course
the
laid
Kittimer
in.
will orbit
Aye,
the
aye.
station, and I will begin landing our assault troops. Neutralize any enemy presence within the system, and keep the Cardassians away from the Kittimer and the station itself.
Their bottom shield is draining,
Intercept
sir.
course plotted.
Let's get in there.
Returning to engage the Kittimer.
We'll have to do something about that.
That one.
Sir, we are draining their top shield. Sir, their aft shield is draining.
We got the DeBoer San Francisco to
Target
help.
hull integrity at
This
50%.
is only going to go one. We got this.
Target hull integrity at 25%.
That'll do it. Boom!
Captain, we have collapsed their bottom shield.
You know what they say about running away? You just die tired. I'm out of torps. Shit.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
Swing around. Didn't even last that long. Give me the courtesy of allowing me to torpedo you to death.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
Sovereign, our port nacelle has been hit.
We're
We're
being
venting
hailed.
plasma.
On screen.
If it ignites, we will be destroyed. I'm not sure we can stay in this battle much longer.
Oh, get out of here.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir. Target hull integrity at 75%.
Not for long.
Target hull integrity at 25%.
Man, the Devore needs to get the hell out of here.
Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple
I don't want to
decks.
see an intrepid ship like scratch.
Their top
Load
shield
up.
has failed.
They just look too cool.
Their left shield is draining, Captain.
What shield? I don't see any shield.
That was the last of the Cardassians guarding the station, sir.
Man, Devore, get out of here. Can I get him?
Incoming message from Commander Willis.
I'm bringing the Kittimer in range of the station, Captain. Once we're in position, we'll start landing our assault troops.
Intercept course plotted.
Can we? Devore, get out of here. Oh, yeah. Wait. I'm trying to click on something that's firing my weapons.
Message from Commander Willis, sir. Kittimer has begun launching the shuttles.
Those better be some badass dudes.
Sir,
Your orders,
another
Captain.
group of ships has
Your
just
orders,
dropped
sir?
out of warp near the edge of the system.
Stand down weapons.
I'm reading 2
All
Keldons and a
stations, yes,
Galore
yellow alert.
and 2 smaller ships.
Sir, I've identified 2 of the incoming vessels as Cardassian transports. Scanning the transports
Yes,
now.
Captain.
Transports?
Red alert.
Why would they bring them here?
Sensors indicate the transports are carrying Cardassian troops. It's a boarding
Intercept
party.
course
They
plotted.
Their
intend
top
to hold
shield
that
has
station.
failed.
Incoming message from Commander Willis.
Captain, we don't have the numbers to hold the station if they beam reinforcements
Their
aboard.
forward shield
If
has
those
failed.
We got
transports
'em.
aren't destroyed before reaching the station, our mission will fail.
Target hull integrity at 20%.
This reminds me of a lot of the missions in the X-Wing games.
Their forward shield is draining.
Devore, get the
Sir,
hell out.
They have hull breaches on multiple decks.
That's the last of the transports, sir.
Looks like we're in good shape.
Maybe not, Commander. The remaining Cardassians are turning on the station.
I don't think the Devore is going to
Shield is
last.
draining, sir.
I think we're just going to have to accept that.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
It's kind of a tough fight. It's not like I'm going to get my ass kicked, but the things I'm protecting are... I don't like losing
Target hull integrity at 50%.
friendlies.
Target hull integrity at 25%.
Come on, come on, come on.
Captain, the station's hull stress is reaching critical.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Sir, we're going to hit.
Target hull integrity at 25%.
Come on, come on, come on.
Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple decks. Their left
picking up
shield
the
is draining,
targets,
Captain.
hopefully with the most damage. Trying to get those guns out of the fight quickly.
Captain, our attacks are draining their right shield. Their forward shield is draining. Target hull integrity at 50%.
Alright. Nice. Okay. We gotta work through these quickly. That station is not looking good. Wow, that's not looking good.
Target's hull has been breached, Captain. Captain, our attacks are draining
This
their
is a
right
race
shield.
against hull damage here. That is gonna be close. Holy shit. Look at that. Shit.
Good news, Captain. All Cardassian resistance on the Savoy station has been neutralized. Nice work on those Cardassian ships. The Kittimer will stand guard here until reinforcements arrive. Sovereign, you are ordered to Starbase 12. I look forward to working with you next time. Willis out.
Well, we didn't lose anyone. That's a little too close for my comfort, though.
Your orders, Captain? Cancel red alert.
Captain? Course laid in. Aye, aye.
Woo! That's a lot of scrapping. Uh-oh. That's going to be a crash to desktop. And that's probably going to be the end of the episode. So, that'd be a good place to hang it up for the day, I think. If that's the case. If not...
We are being hailed.
Put it up.
To gain the upper hand in this conflict, Starfleet believes we must make a show of strength. In the past, the Cardassians have taken our diplomacy as a sign of weakness.
Fool's error.
We need to display the true nature of our resolve. The Federation is a peaceful entity, but as we have learned from past threats, there are times we need to bare our teeth.
Tell me about it.
For the Cardassians to organize such a large-scale operation, they must have some sort of command and control facility located near the front lines. If we can find this forward base and destroy it, we will disrupt the Cardassians enough to allow us to start an offensive campaign. You will search out this command and control base. When you locate it, you will rendezvous with the strike force now being assembled.
Now you're talking.
The strike force will attack and destroy the command base. This is a bold plan, Captain.
Damn right.
And, to be honest, I'm not certain if this is the correct course of action.
But if you're asking that
There
question...
are too many unknowns, and I don't like holes that obscure the full picture. I would advise extreme caution in the vicinity of the command base when located. It's sure to be heavily defended. Liu out.
I have the list of systems we're to investigate, Captain.
You know, stuff like that is good writing because, you know, she's like, I don't know if this is the right course of action. For a leader to say that to a subordinate, that shows a lot of trust and confidence, and it shows, like, the humanity and the fact that this was not a decision taken lightly. I love Star Trek. I fucking love it because it tells us if you want to see an example of good leadership, right, and good management, and bad too, they've got plenty of examples of that. Corrupt admirals. Aw, that's still bumming me out. If you want to see what a good leader looks like, in different flavors, different styles, all good in their own ways, Star Trek's got it. Like, you know, some are a little more swaggery, tactical, some are a little more diplomatic, some are a little more balanced, some are a little more cautious, but you need all of that. But in all cases, good leaders are going to be ones that can bring out a good leader. Why am I talking about this today? Yeah, let's.
Yes, Captain?
What are we looking at?
We should scan the Prendle system for any signs of an enemy base, sir.
Tezel?
Sir, We should scan the Tezel system for signs of the Cardassian base.
So we've got 4 systems to scan through. Okay, so being broadcast right now is 2023 season. I don't keep track of. Strange New Worlds is on, and it's amazingness is kicking my ass, and a lot of that, the reason for that is Captain Pike, because he is a good leader. Everybody's confident in him. Everybody trusts him. But when you watch how he does it, and this is perfect. What I love about him is that he doesn't take the credit. He isn't the driving force behind all the awesomeness. His job is to facilitate and enable and ensure that everybody in that crew is the best they can be, and he inspires them to do that. Uhura's like, I don't know if I can do that, and he's like, yes, you can. This is a perfect job for you.
Your orders, sir.
And he tells her why, and she smiles, and she does an awesome job. So that's a leader, right? And then when she kicks ass, because that's what Uhura does, like, he doesn't take credit. He's like, hey, she did that. Good job.
Course laid in. Aye, Captain.
That's freaking leadership right there. It's not about you as the captain or the leader. It's about making sure everybody else is their best. Rant ended. You didn't come here for that, did you?
Sir, should I conduct a scan of the area? Your orders, Captain. Initiating scan.
Have we been here before?
There is some indication of Cardassian activity in this system. There are the remains of a Federation transport in this system, sir. No indication of a base, though.
What?
This is not the system we are looking for.
Yeah, okay, we have been here. Oh, okay, that does make sense because there's been Cardassian activity
yes,
here
Captain?
before. So, let's go to Riha. Well, I think we've been there too, if I remember
Course
correctly.
laid in.
Launch it.
Yes, Captain.
That flows pretty well. Wait! Stop! Abort! Oh. Like the Janolan over there, we should have scanned that target. So I'm gonna come back to Prendle and scan that after whatever goes on here. Right? Remind me so I don't forget.
We have reached the Riha system, sir.
Ready to initiate scan, Captain.
Your orders, Captain.
Let's we got some
laid in.
unfinished
Yes,
business.
Captain.
Let's wrap that up before I forget. Apologies. I keep threatening to talk about Star Trek 3, right? I've started to like 8 times in this playthrough, and it's like, okay, well, what are you going to talk about Star Trek 3? I've talked about the cool ships in it, yes, but not about the actual movie. So maybe I'll do that. What do we got? It's a Hulk. Hulk smashed. Science.
Captain?
Can you scan that for me?
Scanning the Hulk, Captain. The transport was carrying quantum torpedoes to Starbase 12 when it was attacked. There are still several live torpedoes on the transport.
I could transport the torpedoes over to the Sovereign.
Good
Transferring
thinking.
torpedoes now, Captain.
See? Okay, so, side note, on the stock vanilla version of Bridge Commander, down here where it says type, this torpedo here, when you clicked on this, it would switch to quantum torpedoes. In the stock game, quantum torpedoes are limited. You don't really get you don't get as many of them as you want. You notice how I ran dry of photon torpedoes? I had 250 of these bitches. I think you get like 50 quantums, and you have to make do with those, and they can't really restock them. You have to like kind of find them. But in this version of Bridge Commander, your quantums are on fire button 3, and they're unlimited. It's like another. They kind of put them on the pulse phaser hard point. So right now I have unlimited quantum torpedoes, so that's less of a big deal than it would have been in the stock game. But every time you find quantums on a Hulk or like the Geronimo, you're like, oh shit, quantums, give me that, because they kick a little harder and they're more accurate, I think. So yeah, just if you're playing the vanilla version, be careful with those. Let's go to
Course
Riha.
laid in.
Again.
Aye, Captain.
Riha! This playthrough will be using ancient, hand-worn, hand-used, hand-built, recycled jokes from previous episodes. And ripped off from Monty Python. Okay. Hey, Science. Science.
Yes, sir.
Let's scan this thing.
Sensors are engaged.
Sensor readings?
Scanning long range. I'm picking up 2 objects. Refining scan. One
Yellow
galore.
alert.
Dead
Yellow
in
alert.
space.
Shields up.
And 1 Kessok near her.
On screen.
No facilities of any kind on sensors. This doesn't seem to be the system we're looking for.
But what is that Kessok up to?
Shall we move to engage, Captain?
Yeah, let's
Yes,
intercept that.
Intercept course plotted.
Science.
Captain,
Scan that, please.
initiating scan. Scan of the Kessok ship is complete, sir.
Oh.
Anything
What the-
interesting?
Target is firing
I'm
on
not
us.
reading any life signs aboard.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It could be automated.
Red alert.
Red alert.
I've been wanting to test the combat efficiency of the Kessok ships.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's hope we're not violating any cultural taboos by destroying their shit, because, you know, people do care about the stuff they own. I do happen to be one of those, because, you just shouldn't be wasteful, you know? Oh, I haven't even scratched the shields yet. No, the shields are good, I haven't scratched them all. Alright, so let's, pepper it. Pepper, 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 pepper.
Sir, we are
Salt,
draining
salt,
their
salt,
top
salt.
shield.
Damn, oh man, this has got positron beams, which are deadly because
Their
you can see that they're
bottom shield is
blue,
draining, sir.
and therefore awesomer. What the hell? Those look nasty. 'Cause they're yellow. Yeah, well, I got some yellow shit. Need my phaser. You know what? Let's reprioritize here. There's an aft tube. Well, the aft tubes are really what you gotta worry about on a thing.
Their forward shield is draining.
Damn. It's a pretty even mesh. That's not even...
She's turning.
Okay.
She's turning away.
Their left shield is draining, Captain.
Yellow alert.
The
I
target
guess.
has warped out of the system.
Yellow alert.
Any trace on its heading?
Their warp signature is difficult to track, but they seem to be heading to the Tessel system.
Intercept course plotted.
You know, in Star Trek TMP, the motion picture, which, you know, when he's like, "No, don't scan it. It could be seen as a hostile action." I wonder if I just did that. Science.
Yes, Captain?
Hey, scan that thing.
Scanning the galore. They seem to have suffered a warp core breach. No signs of survivors.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Red alert.
Red alert.
You know, I should save those torpedoes, given what's been happening. Yellow alert.
Stand down weapons. All
Chief?
stations, yellow alert.
Let's get that kicking while we do some warping. Helm? Helm. Let's get to Tessel.
Course laid in.
Whip it good.
Yes, Captain.
That's funnier than it should have been. At least I think so. You know what? I'm not weird. You're weird.
Sir.
The Kessok we encountered
Red
in the
alert.
Reha
Their
system
bottom
is here,
shield is
sir.
draining, sir. Not for long. The Kessok ship is powering up its warp engines.
Red alert. Red alert, not yellow. Red alert. Oh.
It's gone, sir.
Red alert.
Sorry, no trace on its heading this time.
Your orders, Captain?
Let's go like that, so we don't drain our batteries here. Hey, Chief. Chief.
Yes, sir?
What do we got? Nothing. No damage systems. That's good. Helm.
Yes, sir.
Set a course for the Yiles. Is that Yiles or Elis? Or
Course
Elis?
laid in.
Hot to try.
Aye, Captain.
It has been suggested, and thank you very much, that I just change that thing every time we go to warp. I don't know if I got the energy for that, but I'll give it a go. Ooh, black planet. Science. Science.
Your orders, sir.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Initiating scan.
You are.
Sir, there are a number of Cardassian warships centered around the second planet.
Really?
This might be what we're looking for.
Or it could be a decoy designed to draw in any Federation scouts.
Shall we engage, sir?
Well,
Captain,
somebody I respect once said.
course laid in. Aye, Captain.
No, no! Yeah. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. That's gonna be that thing. It's like laying a course for the Badlands, Helm. No. Okay, let's.
Yes, Captain.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Where are we going?
Course laid in.
System. Roll them.
Aye, Captain.
I have an urge I have never had in my life, and that is to drink tequila. I never, ever had a good experience with that, nor have I ever wanted to drink tequila, yet it keeps coming my way.
Yes, Captain.
Ugh. Here we go. Second planet, you say?
Course laid in.
Crack.
Aye, Captain.
Combat is already started.
We have company, sir. Cardassian ships heading our way.
Intercept
Their weapons
course
are charged
plotted.
and shields are up, sir.
And they're shooting at us. That's a pretty good indicator of hostile intent. So let's show what we think of that. Don't need those shields, do you, bitch?
Captain, we have collapsed their bottom shield.
Let me tell you. You know what? I'm not going to tell you that. So, somewhere between Mission 3 and Mission 4, I took like a week or two off of this game. Not by choice, but because shit be crazy. This shit tend to be. So here we are. Get back here, you... Oh, look, you know what?
Sir, the remaining Cardassian has warped away. I'm not picking up any other contacts.
Sir, should I conduct a scan of the area? Captain?
Initiating
scan. Sir,
he only does
sensors
one
detect
thing.
nothing out of the ordinary on the surface. The planet appears to be uninhabited.
Should we move on to another system, sir?
Well, what system? I think
Your
we've hit 'em
orders, Captain?
all. Tezel. Didn't we do Tezel already?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's set a course for the Tesseract
Course laid
system. And pitter patter.
Aye, aye.
Let's get at her. That's another ripoff, by the way, but it is funny. Allegedly. That's not a one-man job. All right, hey, science. Hey, buddy, hey. You can only do one thing. If you could only do one thing.
Captain?
If you could only do one thing for a career, what would it be?
Scanning ahead.
That's what I thought.
Captain, long-range scans indicate 2 contacts near the first planet in this system. I believe they are Cardassian.
Yes, Captain.
I'm reading a Galore and a Keldon, sir.
Sir, it's hard to get a clear reading of what's on that planet. The Cardassians are actively jamming our sensors. We'll have to get closer if we want to see what's going on.
Jammed? We're being jammed? What flavor? raspberry. Only one man dares
Yes,
give me the
Captain?
raspberry.
Course laid in.
Lone Star. Let's go. I'm going in there.
Aye, Captain.
He's going in there. I wouldn't. You know, there is a point at which...
Still no luck with the sensor, sir.
I'll get back to
They
it.
really don't want us nosing around here.
I can prepare a Class 8 probe that should be able to break through their jamming, but we would have to deploy it close to the planet. We'll have to wait for the probe to gather its data and relay the findings back to us.
That might be a problem, sir. The Cardassians are closing on our position.
That's not a
That
problem.
has to be the right planet, sir.
If this isn't their base, why are they jamming our sensor scans?
Starfleet cannot operate on hunches. I recommend we launch the probe, sir. We can try to hold our ground while we wait for the data.
Sir, with all due respect, if this is the command and control base, the Cardassians are sure to reinforce it now that we've been spotted in the system.
Correct.
Sir, the probe is ready. Should I launch it now?
Damn, yeah, launch it.
Your orders, sir.
Because you do two things now.
Yes, sir.
And let's go to...
I'll try to boost the probe's
Probe
antimatter
launched.
injection rate for more power. That might cut down on the time we'll be taking fire from the
Intercept
Cardassians.
course plotted.
I ain't scared. Let's jack him up.
I've been able to increase the probe's engine efficiency by 25%, sir. Best I can do.
Hey, you're doing great. I was able to boost the shields and weapons by 25%. And, I'm pretty happy with that.
The probe has been destroyed. The chief is a backup ready to go. Should I launch it, sir?
No. Let's clear the way first. I didn't think they'd be hitting that probe. That is pretty good thinking on their part. They're acting like a player character. You know what? I take offense to that. I am the player character. I make good decisions. You do not. You do mindless shit. And you do what you're told, which right now, I'm telling you, is to explode.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
Sir, they are draining our dorsal shield.
Fine. I guess that matter.
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
Draining our top shield, skip the belly.
Shields are at 75%.
Oh, my point was, speaking of, I make a lot of references and quotes
One
here.
hostile entering the system, sir.
There is a point at which
Hull breaches on multiple decks.
Shields are at 75%.
you run out of those. When that happens,
The hull is severely damaged,
Shields
sir.
are at 75%.
you end up going online for memes, and then the memes are generated and forgotten so quickly that they have no meaning. So you know what? It's best
Shields
at some
are
point,
75%.
as much as possible, to generate your own thoughts and words. These references only go so far, although they are important.
Hull integrity at
Their bottom shield is
75%.
draining, sir.
I am losing my shields.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Port shield draining, Captain.
Yeah, this is kind of a problem. My ego is bruised a little bit. I'm not a Vulcan. I do have an ego to bruise.
Shields
See,
are at
references. But we are
50%.
playing Star Trek, so, you know, it's just part and parcel of the thing. Let's go. And I guess it's an arbitrary line to draw, like, how many references to other things
75%.
are too many, and how much, what is a reference and what
Our
isn't.
forward
Because if
shield
we're
is
speaking the
draining.
same language, there's a common reference, is it not? We learned that from such episodes as Dharma.
Hull integrity at 20%.
Those dudes only use references. That's all they got. That's how they talk. So,
Shields
you
are
know.
at 50%.
Alright, I think we got this now. You think you're safe? I just kick the ass of two of your bigger friends. Yeah, okay. I don't even need to explain that to you. Explain it to them. you know, they just flow, you know? Like, it's just, if you do happen to have a reference which summarizes the situation concisely, assuming the other people know what you're talking about, go for it. However, I have seen a bit of an overuse of them now to where, like, the underlying meaning of the reference has been lost, and now it just appears like, lol, so random. It's like, no, you're not communicating. It's so... I will shush now.
Yes, Captain?
Oh, yeah.
Your orders, sir.
Let's get another probe
Yes,
going.
sir. Probe launched.
You see where I'm getting at? If you go into the primordial soup of the internet, within the last, I don't know, 5 years or so, memes come and go so quickly that the original reference to whatever the meme was pointing at, the common experience or medium, has been forgotten also. There's memes stacked on top of memes, integrated, copy-pasted, or whatever. And you can only do that so much before it just becomes complete like a chaos. You need a unified, I don't know, language. Like, I don't want to say here and be like, yo, get off my lawn, but it does raise concerns to me as far as unity and communication and stuff like that, because, you know, you cannot, unless you're, I forget which race is on Darmok, unless you're that species, communicate solely in references to something else, unless everyone has that same reference, and those references are being lost. So you gotta kind of fall back on, like, just being able to use your own language, your own thoughts.
I'm getting the reports back from the probe, Captain.
What you got?
It's closer to the surface now. I'm picking up a small structure. Probe sensors show 30 to 40 Cardassians inside. There are subspace communications transceivers near the structure as well.
The Cardassians know we're on to them. The longer we wait, the harder it will be for our strike force to counter the Cardassians. We have what we came for, Captain. We should get back and report this to Starfleet at once.
Your orders, Captain.
Yeah, can't argue with that. Let's get the hell
Course
out of
laid
here.
in. Aye, Captain.
Flip that switch.
Several enemy ships have entered the system.
We should return to Starbase 12, Captain.
Way ahead of you. Oh, it's the loading screen. Okay, ooh, we're safe.
Main power is at 50%.
Incoming transmission.
Excellent job locating the Cardassian command facility, Captain.
No, it's my crew.
We must move quickly to take advantage of this information. Well done. Commander Willis will be your mission coordinator. He is an expert on Cardassian tactics and will be leading the ground portion of this operation. You will coordinate with him after meeting with his ship, the USS Kittimer. Liu out.
Incoming message from Commander Willis.
Okay.
Hello, Captain. It'll be a pleasure to work with you again. Intelligence reports the Cardassians are still putting out brush fires from our counterstrikes. This should work in our favor. With luck, the target won't be too tough to crack. But they do know we're coming, so we can expect them to reinforce their position. Once we've arrived in the target area, Sovereign will engage the perimeter defenses and the Prendle system. While these forces are busy, the rest of the strike team will proceed to the Cardassian command post. Captain, you must prevent any Cardassian ships from detaining the Kittimer. Once the assault has begun, every second will count, and my ship can't afford to become engaged.
So, Kittimer Nebula class. That's no joke. Devore Intrepid, also no joke, but and then the Venture looks like an Excelsior. Is that an Excelsior refit? Or just a baseline Excelsior? It looks like an Excelsior refit. You can see the it's got the 4 impulse engines. You see the little red rectangle outboard of the main impulse. Anyway, let's see. We got a problem here, so we're gonna fix that. Oh, we got the Zukov too. Ambassador class. That's we're gonna hit pretty hard. All right, so let's dock.
Docking sequence initiated.
Get some more torpedoes, and then fix that hull. That's my major concern.
Hello, Sovereign.
Hello. Yellow alert.
Sir, we should engage the Cardassian patrol at Prendle 5.
Captain,
Set a
course laid in.
For Prendle.
Aye, Captain.
Fangs out. I don't know anymore. You see what I'm saying about the references, though? Like, at some point, unless you're creating new ideas and new I don't want to say content. I'm getting tired of that word, too. Get off my lawn. I'm not weird. You're weird.
2 Cardassian Galores have just entered the system,
Red
sir.
alert.
They are turning
Red
to
alert.
engage.
We've lost audio to the torpedo tube, sir.
Captain, we have collapsed their bottom shield.
Alright. Point my buddy you. You guys deal with whatever comes out of it.
Their forward shield is draining. Target hull integrity at 75%.
Yeah, I'm not even bothering with the subsystem targeting on these guys.
Target hull has been breached.
Torpedoes. Yeah.
Captain, their attacks are draining our starboard shield.
We're in danger of colliding with another ship, Captain.
Yeah, maybe it should be time to start pulling weapons up. Guess we killed them. Not only to make ourselves safer, but so they can feel the pain and humiliation of having their subsystems targeted one by one before they suck back in.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir. Sir, their aft shield is draining. Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
Oh, one thing I noticed is there's a little bit of bleed through.
Target hull integrity at 75%.
Shields don't stop all the damage. There is some bleed through from it. So, notice my last fight, like, my shield never
Our
collapsed, but I
forward
took,
shield is
like,
draining.
25% hull damage. There's some does get it.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Get through that.
Shields are at 75%.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
So, since it just came out a couple days ago, as of this recording. How about that musical episode, huh?
Our attacks are draining their right shield.
I'm not going to comment on it. No. Short version.
The Cardassians are turning and warping out.
Yeah,
I think they're headed for Tezel, sir.
Sir, incoming transmission from the Kittimer.
What you got?
This is the Kittimer. We are facing heavy resistance in Tezel 2.
Your orders,
we
Captain.
require your immediate assistance.
Set course for Tezel 2, sir. Course laid in. Course laid in. Aye, Captain.
Yeah, the Star Trek 3, I was going to talk about it. I'm not doing that yet. Well, we'll see what happens here, because I may have to, like, talk about target prioritization and stuff like that. Or think about it, and therefore talk about it, because I can't really talk about Star Trek 3 while I'm focusing on...
Glad
The
you could make
forward
it,
shield
Sovereign.
is draining.
These
I'm not a
Cardassians are
very
making
good
it difficult to carry
multitasker,
out our mission.
and I think...
Once we dispatch these ships, we can continue to
Sir,
Tezel 1.
they have hull
Captain
breaches
Zilch,
on
attacks
I
multiple
did not
draining our
expect to see
starboard
you back
shield.
in action so soon.
Things the way they are, Starfleet did not hesitate in assigning me and my crew a new ship.
Their left shield has collapsed, sir.
It's been some time since we worked together. I look forward to it.
Shields
Bottom
are at
shield is draining,
75%.
sir.
There are some people who are better at multitasking than others, quote unquote.
Captain, our attacks are draining their right
in
shield.
fact, I understand this. I'll do it correctly. I mentioned this already, but nobody is good at multitasking. The people who appear to be good at it are better at switching from one task to another. You really can't do more than one thing at once unless it's
Target hull
sufficiently
integrity
mindless
at 25%.
and
Sir,
burnt into
another ship is on a collision course.
muscle
with us.
memory, kind of like what I'm doing right now in this fight.
Sir,
I
they
can talk
have
about this
hull
other
breaches
shit.
on
The
multiple decks.
task is fairly simple, and it's just kind of muscle memory at this point. Zukov is getting his ass.
Sir, we are draining their
Shield
top
draining,
shield.
Captain.
So, Star Trek 3
That's the last of them, sir.
doesn't.
Sensors show no signs of Cardassian ships around Tesla 1.
Let's hope they're busy elsewhere. Incoming message from Commander Willis, sir. We are to proceed to Tesla 1.
This is why I can't talk about movies. Okay, so it doesn't follow.
Your orders, sir.
So when you watch that movie, and I think a lot of people don't like it because I think it doesn't have a like standard like introduction, rising action, conflict, climax resolution, you know, kind of setup. It's different than that. It's more like a series of events.
Yes, Captain?
Like one thing leading into the other, and there's not like a real major.
Sir, the strike force is waiting for us at Tesla 1.
Captain?
You know, it looks climactic kind of,
Course
but
laid
that
in.
isn't really.
Aye, Captain.
It's
Sir,
kind of.
the strike force is waiting for us at Tesla 1.
It's not a satisfying conclusion of a duel between old enemies and stuff. The enemy in Star Trek 3 is Kruge, played brilliantly by Christopher Lloyd, but I can't talk about it.
The Kittimer will orbit Tesla 1 and begin landing the ground forces.
Great.
You are to supply cover until the operation is complete. With any luck, we'll be done before the Cardassians know what hit them.
Intercept course? Plotted.
I'm gonna set an intercept course and kind of fly an escort. Yeah, so like Kruge is kind of like he's not. It's not like Khan. It's not personal. It's just like he wants the Genesis system, Genesis torpedo as he calls it, and you know, Kirk just
Captain,
happens to
the
show up in
Kittimer
the wrong
reports
spot.
all shuttles away.
Great. 4 shuttles on the way down to do a ground assault. They're spilling some Empire Strikes Back into my Star Trek.
Captain, 2 more Cardassian ships have just entered the system.
We have to keep them away from the Kittimer.
Intercept course? Plotted.
Yeah, let's take out the Hideki first, because that's the easier target.
The last shuttle has reached the planet, sir.
I don't have to worry about that.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
Yeah, so it's just like it's kind of like watching more of a
Sir, we are
timeline.
draining their top shield.
Like I don't want to say like a history, but it's shit that happened to search for and rescue, bring back Spock. Right? Spoiler alert: they find him and he's fine after some time. Some shit happened, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, and that's the other part about sort of like the movie doesn't make a ton of logical sense. Like very little of what
Target
takes
hull
place
integrity at 50%.
and in what like the
Captain,
plans.
scanners detect an unknown vessel entering the battle.
Okay.
Sir, it's a Kessok ship.
The
Shit.
Cardassians aren't going to just lie down and let us have this base.
We are being hailed. On screen.
I'll take your word for it. I gotta see this.
We'll take the Cardassians. The Sovereign is better suited to engage the Kessok aggressor.
Captain, their forward shield has failed.
We're good out. That's good. I thought they were gonna take out the Cardassian ship. Oh yeah, you know what? Because I already wiped them out.
Our attacks are
So,
draining their right
we
We
can
have
all
a
gang up
serious
on this.
tactical problem here, Captain. I'm showing a large number of vessels entering the area. They
Yes.
appear to be Kessok, sir.
It's only a
More
tactical
Kessok
problem for them.
ships?
They are on an intercept course.
That is a tactical problem. Chief! Chief! Let's do this.
Their
Alright.
hull is severely damaged,
Scratch
sir.
1, Kessok, whatever that is.
Target's hull has been breached, Captain.
Oh shit, the Zukov's about lost.
Sir, they are draining our dorsal shield.
Zukov needs to get the hell out of here. I think it's gonna blow up. I'll stop.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
That, I
Our
don't,
forward shield is draining.
I don't like seeing old ships like that. Oh yeah, Star Trek 3. Had I not been talking about that, maybe I would have saved the Zook off. I'm not worried about it because this save file is going to be corrupted and it's probably going to come back when I load the episode. Yeah, whatever, don't worry about it. They cloak? Motherfucker! I was like, oh, he hypered out, he exploded. No, this bitch cloaked. Speaking of which, back to Star Trek 3, right? So, some of it just doesn't make sense, right? Don't worry about it. It's more about what I've learned. This was hard as a Star Trek nerd, where everything...
Sir, we are being hailed.
What do you got?
Sir, their shield is draining.
Too strong. We must withdraw. We must give Commander Willis time to pull our forces off the surface. We cannot allow them to fall into
hull
enemy
breaches
hands.
on multiple decks.
What does that mean for me? Like,
Their hull is severely damaged, sir.
Shields are at 75%.
Their forward shield is draining.
Collide with that derelict.
The Devore is going to blow up too?
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
Damn, an Intrepid ship getting blown up? Devore needs to hyper the hell out. I said hyper, I meant warp out.
Their forward shield is draining.
Kind of a hard pill to swallow as a Star Trek nerd, where ostensibly everything works. Like right next to me is the Star Trek.
Main power is at 50%.
Technical manual on the Enterprise D, right? And like, and I've got Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise refit here, right? And like when you read that, it's like, oh, this all makes sense. It should all work. Like hypothetically, if we had the materials and technology to build that, it would probably work as that, right? So it's very believable, right? So when shit in Star Trek doesn't make sense, where it's not consistent, it kind of hurts a little more than, say, Star Wars, which you kind of like swallow a bigger pill of like suspension of disbelief.
Target hull integrity
like there's the
50%.
Force, you know, there's already magic, so like you kind of have to.
75%.
You've already accepted that, but this is like an extension of our own
Attacks are draining their right shield.
future, or based on real reality and with
Shields
hypothetical
are at
fantastical
75%.
technologies, stuff like that, which is conceivable, you know, in quotation marks. So when it doesn't make sense in Star Trek and it is not logical,
Target
it is
hull
harder
integrity
to
at 25%.
reconcile.
Port shield
right?
draining.
Sir,
In Star Trek 3
destroyed.
has lost another beautiful ship. I am striking great vengeance, furious anger.
Shields are at
Shield is draining,
50%.
sir.
Captain, their attacks are draining our starboard shield.
Flare apart then.
Sir, their aft shield
Shields
is
are at
draining.
50%.
Yeah, there. Hit hard.
Hull
Sir,
integrity at
they have hull
25%.
breaches on multiple decks.
I'm gonna have to start shooting out these devices. 'Cause this is
Microfractures are
ridiculous.
starting to form in the hull.
Yeah, we're about to get banned.
Their forward shield.
More of them? They just keep coming. Okay, that is not acceptable. Let's go back from the last save. Sorry guys, I'm better than that. Apparently not. May focus a little bit more on the mission here than Star Trek 3, but yeah, so there's a ton of stuff that doesn't make sense. Number one, I want to take this up, and some of you folks may actually already know this, right? And there's a reason. Here, hang on one second.
Captain, the Kittimer will orbit Tezza 1 and begin landing the ground forces. You are to supply cover until the operation is complete. With any luck, we'll be done before the Cardassians know what hit them.
Your orders, Captain.
You can give them orders? That might be
Captain,
useful.
the Kittimer reports all shuttles away.
I'm gonna get Mr. Savale to do some of the fighting, and I can give orders to these ships. Yeah, let's do that way. I'm gonna prioritize. I'm gonna set the target. Tell them to take out their weapons.
Captain, 2 more Cardassian ships have just entered the system.
All right.
We
Your
have to
orders,
keep them away
Captain?
from the Kittimer.
Destroy that.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
And I'm going to.
Yes, sir?
The last shuttle has
Forward
reached
shield
the
is
planet,
drained.
Aye,
sir.
Captain.
It's nice to be working with you
Moving
on
The
this.
left
into
shield
attack.
is draining, Captain. Sir, we are draining
Aye,
their
Captain.
top shield.
It's nice to be working with you on this
The
mission.
bottom shield is draining, sir.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
The
Sending
bottom
orders.
shield is draining, sir.
They have acknowledged your command.
All right. Here we go. That's how we're gonna do this. We're all gonna gang up on the same
They
thing.
have
Draining
acknowledged
their
your
right
command.
shield.
Wipe them one by one. Wipe them as if they were turds from the ass of the universe.
That's a friendly target, sir. Holding position. Captain, scanners detect an unknown vessel entering the battle. Your orders, Captain? Sir,
Yes,
it's
Captain?
a Kessok ship.
The Cardassians aren't going to just lie down
Transmitting
and
your
let us
new
have
orders,
the space.
Captain. We are being hailed.
Moving
On
into
stream.
attack range.
Orders acknowledged,
forward
sir.
shield is
Transmitting
draining.
your
There we
new
go.
orders, Captain.
That might be a better way to
They
go
have
about this.
acknowledged your command.
So what I was doing is just flying my own ship and shooting the things that I want to kill. But if I want to protect these guys, I'm going to have to take a back seat, or a center seat rather.
We have a serious
Get my tactical officer who knows
problem
what he's
here,
doing
Captain.
to blow these guys up
Showing a large
and
number of vessels
coordinate
entering
everything
the
on
area.
one. We're going to fight
They
these
appear
one
to
by
be
one by
sir.
one.
More Kessok ships?
We're going to hit that one.
They are on an intercept course.
We're going to destroy
Your
that.
orders, Captain?
Yes, Captain?
We're going to get the
Transmitting your new orders, Captain. Aye, Captain. Orders
The
acknowledged,
forward
sir.
shield is draining.
It's nice to be working with you on this mission, Captain.
Sweeping
Venture.
through phaser arcs.
attack.
Sir,
Sending
they are
orders.
draining our
Transmitting your
storage
new
shield.
orders, Captain. Orders acknowledged, sir. They have acknowledged your command.
Sir, they are draining
Sending
our
orders.
dorsal shield.
Sending orders.
Captain.
They have
Orders,
acknowledged
Captain?
your command.
Yes, Captain?
Destroy
The
it.
forward shield is
It's
draining.
going a little better already. Sorry, it's harder to do that than it is to fight, I gotta say. Oh man, the Zukov is still getting his ass kicked.
Moving into attack range.
But if we all focus fire on one, the individual targets, like the bad guys go away faster. That's
The
gonna...
bottom shield is
been
draining,
destroyed.
sir.
I don't know if that's... Boom, boom.
Our forward shield is draining.
The forward shield is draining.
Main power is at 50%.
Yes, Captain?
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Sure.
Sir, we are being
Attack that.
hailed. Sending orders. Orders
Sovereign, their
acknowledged,
defenses
sir.
are too strong. We must withdraw. We must give Commander
Moving
Willis time
into
to pull our
attack
forces off the surface. We cannot allow them to fall into enemy hands.
The bottom shield is draining, sir.
And then Devorah's getting its ass kicked. We just think we're in for a repeat
Sweeping
here.
through phaser arcs.
What is that splashing sound?
Target hull integrity at 25%.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Take a mighty dump on it.
The left shield is draining, Captain.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Good shot.
Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple decks.
Alright, he's dead. Let's get him.
Sir, we
Your
are
orders,
draining
Captain.
their top shield.
Moving into attack range.
Attack that.
Transmitting your
Target
new
hull
orders.
integrity at
They
50%.
have acknowledged your command.
Sir, the Devorah has been destroyed.
More enemy vessels have entered the area, Captain.
Target hull integrity at 25%.
I don't think this is winnable. There's just too many
Sir,
of them.
they have hull breaches on multiple decks.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Captain, we have collapsed their bottom shield.
I don't know if we can work through these targets. We can beat them, but I don't know if we can beat them fast enough. Let's get this guy.
Moving into attack range.
And let's see if we can protect both place.
The forward shield is draining. The bottom shield is draining, sir.
Yeah, this is definitely a battle where I feel more like a captain giving orders instead of like a tactical or health officer, like flying my ship, things off, coordinating
Shields
things.
are at 75%.
That's a friendly target, sir.
Their bottom
Holding
shield is
position.
draining, sir.
Shields are at 75%. Home integrity at 50%.
How you doing, Chief? What you got? Forward tractors.
Lining up rear
Shoot
torpedo.
active
Shields
strike.
are at 75%.
Where's that tech? Need a little more.
Our forward shield is draining.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
I think this is a battle I do. This is a battle I do not think we can win. I don't. Okay, good. That's something. So let's take this
Our
out.
ventral shields are draining, sir.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Sending orders.
Home
Chief,
integrity at
how we doing, buddy?
25%. Captain?
Damn, this is not good. David, you can get some shot hitting.
Shields are at
Two of them left. It's not going well at all. What are we supposed to be doing here? I don't. That's no good.
Incoming transmission.
Excellent job locating the Cardassian command facility, Captain. We must move quickly to take advantage of this information. Well done. Commander Willis will be your mission coordinator. He is an expert on Cardassian tactics and will be leading the ground portion of this operation. You will coordinate with him after meeting with his ship, the USS Kittimer. Liu out.
Kittimer's nearby.
Incoming message from Commander Willis.
Hello, Captain. It'll be a pleasure to work with you again.
Friendly
Intelligence
target
reports the
selected. Holding
Cardassians
fire.
are still putting
Yes,
out
Captain?
brush fires from our counterstrikes.
Yes, sir?
This should work in our favor. With luck, the target won't be too tough to crack. But they do know we're coming, so we can expect them to reinforce their position. Once we've arrived in the target area, Sovereign will engage the perimeter defenses and the Prendle system. While these forces are busy, the rest of the strike team will proceed to the Cardassian command post. Captain, you must prevent any Cardassian ships from detaining the Kittimer. Once the assault has begun, every second will count, and my ship can't afford to become engaged.
Then don't engage. I promised rant about Star Trek 3 incoming. Are you ready? Are you ready? You ready for this?
Your orders, Captain.
Let's set a course. Yellow alert.
Course laid in.
Yellow alert.
Yellow alert, shields up.
Right,
Yes, Captain.
so the joke is odd numbers Star Trek movies and episodes tend to suck, right? I like Star Trek 1 TMP, the motion picture, for several reasons. It is not the most engaging movie, but I kind of like the slowness of exploring
Two
something.
Cardassian Galores have just entered the system, sir.
Hang on.
They are turning to engage.
Red alert.
Red alert.
Destroy that.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
You know what? I think we got this.
The top shield has failed.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let Felix take these guys out while I talk.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Something about that. You'll notice a huge difference in dialogue speed and intensity and tempo, which they made an awesome joke about
Lining up
on the
rear torpedo tubes.
Strange Worlds Lower Decks crossover. And I don't like crossovers. You know what? I think it's shit storytelling. I think it's fan fiction. IP fanfiction like. However, you can do it right.
50%.
And if you want to see it done right, watch Little Atlantis, because that shit was
Hull
awesome.
is severely damaged,
Sir, they are draining our dorsal shield.
No, crossovers are fine if it's within like the same universe, I guess. That would probably be the better way to put it. Like, yeah, if you want to have Batman and Green Lantern team, yeah, go for it. But like when they did when they merged DC and Marvel, it's kind of like, anyway.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
It's very. If you want to go on YouTube and flex your
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
CG muscles and have the Enterprise fight a Star Destroyer, yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. I don't care. That's fun. But if that's not part of the official like timeline, that's you just moving around.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
And you know what? You don't need me to validate anything you do. Just do what the hell you want. I don't care. But when you're curating an IP, it's important and critical to, like, I want to say, our culture. As Star Trek, you can't just go mess it. You know, you got to be careful. And they seem to be doing a pretty good job with that. The product that we're getting is fantastic. I, yet again, have failed to talk about Star Trek 3. When you watch that movie, if you do, and I recommend it, if you want to watch it as a
hull is severely damaged,
introduction, rising action, conflict, climax, resolution, you know,
Sweeping
type
through phaser
story,
arcs.
phaser/story arc. It's not really that, right? Yeah, it doesn't really. When you watch that movie, it's like a bunch of stuff happens, but you're missing it. It doesn't feel like you watched a movie. It just doesn't
Back for an attack run.
flow normal movie conventions, and I am fine with that. If you know that going into it, you probably have a better time. Here, let's regenerate these
Sir,
shields.
incoming transmission from the Kittimer.
What you got?
This is the Kittimer. We are facing heavy resistance in Tezel 2. We require your immediate assistance.
Your orders, Captain. Set course for Tezel 2, sir?
Yeah, let's do that.
Course laid in.
So if you watch it as if it's part of a timeline, a sequence of events, one leading to the other, picking up from Star Trek 2, which it does, picks up like immediately after the end of Star Trek 2, including like the biggest freaking gut punch you could ever have. Spoiler, Spock dies at the end of Star Trek 2. Sorry. Having to relive that again. How many times have you seen that? And how many times have you seen that and been like, ooh, ow, that hurts? That's because it's, jeez, it's so hard. All right.
Their bottom
Take
shield
that out.
is draining,
Major
sir.
Sovereign. These Cardassians are making it difficult to carry out our mission. Once we dispatch these ships, we can continue to Tezel 1.
Captain Yi, I did not expect to see you back in action so soon.
With things the way they are, Starfleet did not hesitate to assign you to the ship.
Moving into attack.
Inheriting a good name. It's been some time since we worked together. I look forward to it.
What was I talking about? Yeah, Star Trek 3. Yeah, it picks up right after like one of the most, maybe the most gut-wrenching, like death scenes in cinema that I'm aware of. I'm not a critic. I didn't even mean that as a quote. I'm not a critic. That was it. It's just burned into my brain at this point. Anyway, talking about
Target hull integrity at 20%. Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Sir, they are draining our dorsal shield.
Check that.
Sending orders. We have acknowledged
Torpedo at 75%.
Venture.
Transmitting your new orders, Captain.
We're gonna focus fire and kick their asses. Yeah, Star Trek 3, it doesn't follow standard movie formula. It's just like some shit happens, and then you can see they're trying to get Spock searched for and resurrected, or whatever you want to call it, and crash my client. And that's a major problem. So we're gonna start that back up. Where was I? Where were we? Excuse me. Star Trek 6, episode 5. I'm gonna try to speed through that so we can catch back up to it. Scrub ahead if you want. Obviously, I'm just gonna talk about stuff so I don't lose track of it. I have such a hard time keeping track on one subject. If you haven't noticed, it's like they're gonna.
Incoming transmission.
All right, we're gonna backspace. Okay, thank you.
Incoming.
Yep.
Hello,
Backspace,
Captain.
backspace.
Intel-
Skip. Okay, good. Yellow alert. Actually,
Yellow alert. Shields up.
red alert.
Red alert.
Yes, Captain. Course laid in.
You know they're gonna bring Spock back because he's in everything that follows. But like the logic, like here's the hard pill to swallow as a Star Trek fan. Okay, right next to me I have 2 books. I have Star Trek Technical Manual, which you may have seen in one of my other. You know what? You have it too. I know you have it, or you're not watching this. You've got that. You probably have the Star Trek Encyclopedia. You probably have the maybe the Deep Space Nine equivalent right here in my hand right now. I've got here those pages. Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise from 1980. Copyright page. Where is it?
Sir, we should engage the Cardassian patrol at Prendil 5.
Thank you, Safi. 1987, right? So that's the Enterprise refit, the best looking one in my opinion. But Enterprise is awesome, no matter what.
Yes, Captain.
Star Trek is supposed to work internally, and it's based on a hypothetical future timeline from our own.
Sir, we should engage the Cardassian patrol at Prendil
Unlike
5.
something like Star Wars, which has the Force, and you kind of buy into some disbelief and like magic, so to speak, just by walking through the door. Star Trek is supposed to function according to the laws of physics, which you cannot change.
2 Cardassian Galores have just entered the system, sir. They are turning to engage.
And you are going to destroy them.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
You did a good job the first time, so let's see it happen again.
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
Great.
Moving through phaser arcs.
It's supposed to be like internally consistent. Like if I built the Enterprise as described here in Mr. Scott's Guide to the Enterprise, or the Enterprise D according to the technical manual, which anyway, like it should work. You could, the matter-antimatter array is a thing. The dilithium crystal regulates the intermix ratio, and that creates a crazy amount of energy, which you use to create a warp field, which you bend space with, and that's how you quote-unquote travel faster than light, even though you're not actually moving, you're warping space to get to where you're going, right? This is a hypothetical in Mexican scientist Alcubierre, physicist, awesome, hypothesized it, and the Alcubierre drive, like, I don't know.
Falling back for an attack run.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
That's the fiction part of science fiction, but like it kind of works. Anyway, Star Trek is supposed to just work, and it's supposed to be consistent within itself. So when something doesn't match, when the timeline isn't consistent, or if technology changes suddenly, or Voyager starts generating torpedoes when you've seen the video, they're in negatives by the time they get back home. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, clearly, in another episode,
Sir,
you
they are
had
draining our dorsal shield.
12 torpedoes left, and you fired like 38 in this episode, so you've got like negatives.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
It's harder with Star Trek because it's slower. So when things behave illogically or don't make any sense,
Sir, we are draining the top shield.
There's continuity errors.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
It's a little more painful when something like this than it would be for
us.
However, there's alternate timelines in Star Trek, so let's lampshade that shit. And in what is important, I have found
back for an attack run.
in fiction,
Shield draining, Captain.
in mythology, any kind of story, if it's going to cover long periods of time, and even if the story is going to change over time, and the actual events are going to change over time, this sits fine.
The Cardassians are turning and warping out.
And
I think
only
they're
if,
headed for Tezel, sir.
if and only if the characters in that story act as though
Sir, incoming transmission from the Kittimer.
We already know what
Set
happens here.
course for
Moving
Tezel
into
2,
attack
sir?
range.
If the characters act as if the characters would. Because if you see without explanation or appropriate character arc, if you see, I don't know, Spock acting illogical, there's a story for that, but it's got to make sense. If you just throw it out there, like all of a sudden he's I want to say singing and dancing, but like that actually did make sense.
The Kittimer is in need of our assistance, Captain.
Yes,
Target's
sir?
hull
We
has
should
been
head
breached,
to Tezel
Captain.
2.
But they had a good reason. Like if all of a sudden he's laughing and telling jokes for no explanation and they don't resolve it and they don't explain why, then it's like, well, Spock wouldn't do that. Please tell me why. And so when you watch Star Trek 3,
The
Target's hull
Kittimer
has
is in
been
need of our
breached,
assistance,
Captain.
Captain.
shut up,
We should
Safi.
head to Tezel 2.
Course laid in.
Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple
Yes, sir.
decks.
When you watch Star Trek 3, the important thing is not to worry about how logical,
The
how much.
Kittimer is in need of our assistance, Captain.
Ah,
We should head to Tezel 2.
I am trying to make a point, Safi. All right, hang on a second.
Captain,
Glad
Destroy
you
that.
can make it,
attacks are
Sovereign.
draining their
These
right
Cardassians
shield.
are making it
Engaging
difficult
to
to carry out
destroy,
our mission.
Captain.
Once we dispatch these ships,
Your orders,
we
Captain.
can continue to Tezel 1.
Captain Yi, I did not expect to see you back in action so soon.
Things the way they are, Starfleet did not hesitate in assigning me and my crew a new ship. She's carrying me through it.
Shot.
Moving into attack.
It's been some time since we've worked together. I look forward to it.
Yeah, it's been like 5 minutes,
Their
dude.
bottom shield is draining. Sir.
Because he probably doesn't remember that because we reset the game. Ooh, I just memory, so I don't know about the ethics of that.
Your orders, Captain.
Damn, I was trying to make a point.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
Target hull integrity at 75%.
Transmitting your new orders, Captain. They have acknowledged the command. Transmitting your new orders, Captain. They have acknowledged the command.
If the characters act like the characters should, if Kirk acts like Kirk should, Spock acts like Spock should, Bones acts like he should, Scotty acts like he should, and all that other stuff, and Sulu, especially because he's awesome, acts like Sulu should, or would,
Moving into attack.
draining,
range.
sir.
then the story is the important part, is my point. It's the story and how you feel about it, and everything else making sense logically and consistently, technologically, and all that stuff is fantastic. It makes it believable. But it is a means to an end, and the mean end is to tell a story in a way that makes sense to you, because stories matter. And that's the point of Darmok!
That's the last of them, sir.
Sensors show no signs of Cardassian ships around Tezel 1.
Let's
love
hope
this
they're
shit.
busy elsewhere.
Um,
Incoming message from Commander Willis, sir. We are to proceed to Tezel 1. Your orders, sir.
damn, land is course for
Course
Tezel
laid
1.
in.
And let's move.
Yes, Captain.
So the story is about friendship and seeing things through to the end, and the needs of the one sometimes at least outweighing the needs of the many, because sometimes that one is just that important, and you expend any effort for that one because it's worth it, because that relationship
Captain,
is
the Kittimer will
unique.
orbit Tezel 1 and begin landing the ground forces. You are to supply cover until the operation is complete. With any luck, we'll be done before the Cardassians know what hit them.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. See what I mean there? It's almost it's got kind of a Lord of the Rings ish arc to it, where you have to see the thing through. It's about friendship and the ties that matter, and like hell or high water, this has to happen. And
Captain, the Kittimer reports all shuttles away.
having taken part in an unsuccessful search and rescue effort.
Captain, 2 more Cardassian ships have just entered the system.
We have to keep them
I don't know
away
if I
from
want to
the
get into
Kittimer.
that. Felix, fry that.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
The last shuttle has reached the planet, sir.
Good.
Their forward shield is draining.
Having been in a situation
Moving
close
into
enough
bottom shield.
to the end of Star Trek 2 for it to really hurt, and having my personal Star Trek 3 take place, in which Spock was not found, rescued.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
Sweeping through phaser arcs.
I can relate to it even more. It doesn't matter
Target hull integrity at 50%.
what the cost is sometimes, because sometimes that person is just that important and that valuable. Not just to you, but like
They
to
have
the
hull
world too.
breaches on multiple decks.
So,
Captain, scanners detect an
I'm
unknown
talking about-
vessel entering the battle.
some important
Sir,
shit here.
it's a Kessok ship.
The
You know,
Cardassians aren't going to just lie down and let us have the space.
We are being hailed. On screen.
Captain, we'll take the Cardassians. The Sovereign is better suited to engage with Kessok.
man, look at all these
Forward
beams.
shield is draining.
Moving into attack.
No wonder they're kicking our ass.
We have a serious tactical problem here, Captain.
Yes, we do.
I'm showing a large number of vessels entering the area. They appear to be Kessok, sir.
More Kessok ships?
They are on an intercept course.
Kessok 1, let's hit that one. Zukov, get the hell out of here.
The Zukov has been
Forward
destroyed.
shield is draining.
No, that's not how I meant. Yeah, so sometimes that one goal is worth anything.
Sir,
And they don't
we are
happen
draining
often,
our
but when they
dorsal
do, you
shield.
have to go for it, right?
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
You have to know when that
Ventral
is.
shields are
Integrity
draining,
at
sir.
25%.
Now some start retreating. That's some heavy shit in there.
Target hull integrity at 20%.
Moving into attack range.
Now, when talking about the event that wasn't successful,
Shields are at
that
75%.
Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple decks.
Shields are at 75%.
I have a hard time talking about that.
Moving into attack
You
range.
can Google it. However, if something of similar magnitude presents itself, then you have to
The
go for
forward
it. You
shield
go
is
for it, you know what I
draining.
mean? Hell or high water. Make
Shields
it
are
happen.
at 75%.
Damn. All over the place today. Just like this guy's cloaking device.
Moving into attack range.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Now there's 5 of these bitches. There's
Sir, we are being hailed.
Sovereign, their defenses are too strong. We must withdraw.
Shields are at
We must give
75%.
Commander Willis time to pull our forces off the surface. We cannot allow them to fall into enemy hands.
make it happen.
Sweeping through phaser arms.
The bridge does seem
Captain,
to be a
their
weak
attacks are
point,
draining our
so
starboard
let's hit
shield.
that. Okay, good. Kessok
The
2.
forward shield is draining.
Target the bridge. There we go.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Serious stuff aside.
The Devore has been destroyed.
What got destroyed? The Devore? Yeah. I'm not going to worry about it too much because the save game files are going to be persistent anyway.
Moving into attack range.
I want to talk about Klingons because
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
that's Klingons for some reason Star Trek fans are very controversial, contentious.
Shields are at 50%.
I don't know. Take that shit.
Target hull integrity
It's
at
important.
50%.
Yeah, they are an important
Moving
feature of Star
into
Trek.
attack range.
And talk about not consistent, right? Well, now they look like this. They got smooth foreheads, and over here they got wrinkled foreheads. And over here in Discovery, they don't even look like that at all. They look like totally different. And then in blah 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 blah, 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 like, you know what? Don't worry about it.
Lining up
Are they
rear
acting like
torpedo
Klingons?
tubes.
That's my point. Right. It is important to get
Shields
some
are at
consistency,
50%.
and if there's not, to like either explain it or retcon it or have it be blah, 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 blah. You get what I'm going to say here. You already know what I'm going to say because I know you know what I'm going to say. I know you know what I'm going to say.
Moving into attack range.
Target hull integrity at 50%. The hull is
Having
severely
trouble
damaged,
focusing
sir.
And I'm not talking about the target.
Moving into attack range.
Right. So I'm gonna slow down a little bit and talk about Klingons.
Target hull
So
integrity at 75%.
More enemy vessels have entered the
you
area.
gotta be fucking kidding me.
Sir, the Venture has been destroyed.
This is a no-win
Shields
scenario.
are at 50%.
There's like, look at this.
Hull integrity at 25%.
The forward shield is draining.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Our hull is severely damaged, sir.
Our hull broke. Eh. Let's continue that conversation. The one-way conversation I was having with... I was going to say myself, that's not actually the case.
Captain, the Kittimer will orbit Tesla 1 and begin landing the ground forces. You are to supply cover until the operation is complete. With any luck, we'll be done before the Cardassians know what hit them.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work that way. Because we've played this a bit already, and I keep failing at it, so I'm going to splice this together, and you're going to see more battle, and fighty, because I'm going to continue my rant about Star Trek 3 and the meaning of it, and like I said, and yes.
Captain, the Kittimer reports all shuttles away.
I would like you to listen to this because I think it's very important. Someone that matters to you. Don't hesitate.
Captain, 2 more Cardassian ships have just entered the system.
We have to keep them away from the Kittimer.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
So, would Kirk, even though it makes no logical
Has
sense,
reached the planet, sir.
we'll get back to the Klingon thing. Even though it makes no logical sense for Kirk to do what he did, right? So there's a scene in Star Trek 3 where Bones goes and tries to charter a ship to go to the Genesis planet, and the guy's like, place you name, money I name, or bargain. No. Genesis? Genesis is forbidden! Blah, blah, blah. And then security catches them, and then they have to bust Bones out of the brig or the hospital, the loony bin. And then they go steal the Enterprise. It's like the Federation puts a no-go zone around the Genesis planet. It's like, hey, you can't go here; it's illegal. Okay, fine, right. So Bone knows that. Bones knows, everybody knows that, and then Bones says, hey, I'm going to hire a
Kessok ship.
The Cardassians aren't going to just lie
shady
down and let
charter
us have
pilot
space.
and
We are being hailed. On screen.
go there
Captain, we'll take the Cardassians.
to do what I got to do to get Spock's Katra back out of my brain into Spock's resurrected body, which resurrected and grew because it happened to be on the Genesis planet. And in the bubble of the Genesis wave, who grew up, went from his dead body to a baby, presumably to a young child, and back
I'm showing a large number of vessels
coincidentally
entering the area. They appear to be Kessok, sir.
More Kessok ships?
They are on an intercept course.
just coincidentally, they got him outside of the bubble of the Genesis wave to be the exact age he was, plus a few months or years when he died in the second movie. That's so convenient. Don't worry about it. That's not the point of the story. See what I mean?
Ventral shields are draining, sir.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense logically, and like, let's say you got to get to an illegal planet, right? It's blockaded. USS Grissom presumably is out patrolling it amongst others, like studying it, you know, milking the data out of it, and presumably they'll have some kind of picket or sensors. I'm sorry, excuse something with my throat. Sensors to detect smugglers or ships or you know, crazy Klingons trying to steal the Genesis torpedo or whatever the hell it is, you know, to detect that and intercept it and stop it. But it's a planet. Planets are big, and if you have a small enough ship, like
the forward shield is
you could. Kirk was an admiral for who knows how long, and on his team were Sulu, Scotty, Bones, and Chekhov. They could pull their pocket change and buy from a used shuttle lot, a warp-capable shuttle, and sneak in themselves. No. That makes too much sense. That would be pretty direct and would not be exciting storytelling. There has to be a dramatic cost to bringing Spock back. So what do? We steal the fucking flagship of the Federation out of space dock! Because that's logically what you would do. No, you don't steal the Enterprise. Now, is it one of my favorite fucking scenes in any movie I've ever seen? You bet your ass. But it makes no fucking sense why they would do that. It doesn't. It's nonsense. But, you know what? doesn't matter because it's a dramatic point. Because that scene on the Genesis planet when they're on the surface looking up at the oh god, it kills me almost as much as watching Spock die, and I'll tell you why in a second. Because in short, the Enterprise is a character too. If you don't believe that, fight me, and you're wrong. I'm not weird, you're weird, right? The Enterprise is a character too, and not only that, and I will die on this fucking hill. The Enterprise is not just the vehicle that the crew of the Enterprise explores the universe with. It's also the vehicle that you, me, and everybody else watching that show is traveling in to explore what it means to live in this universe, on this planet, stuck on it, unfortunately for now, unless you're an astronaut or rich.
Shields are at 75%.
Explore what it means to be human. That's what Star Trek is. It's about us. And we learn about us through the kind of foil of alien species and androids and, you know, unknowns.
More enemy vessels have entered the area, Captain.
So, this is ridiculous. So...
Sir, the Devore has been destroyed.
I think this is an important point to make.
Hull integrity at 75%.
Sir, the Venture has been destroyed. The right shield.
If you have been watching Star Trek for any amount of time in your life, which you have if you're this far, you've been on that. You are as much a part of that crew as anyone else. And because we're going on that, you know, having that experience with each other. The characters that we know so well, right? That's why it hurts when Spock dies. Right? That's why it hurts when the Enterprise blows up too. It's like that's our home, our home away from home, if you will. That's another character. That is the vehicle with which we experience all this stuff. No matter teaches us a few things. I take this shit seriously. Fuck you. I just died again. I don't know what the hell they want from me in this mission. So what I'm going to do is configure, and I'm going to turn off. Wait. Let's do that and see what that does. You know, you're going to be watching me play this battle like 4 times, and I'm going to keep it that way because I think in this moment, at this time, maybe a bit of arrogance on my part, but I think what I'm saying is more important than the gameplay.
Captain.
Because
yes, sir?
the point... Oh yeah, what was I saying? I lost track. Looks cool, right? Red alert.
Captain, the Kittimer reports all shuttles away.
So when they're on the Genesis planet,
Captain, 2 more Cardassian
and they're looking up at the Enterprise,
just entered the system,
which they chose to destroy, burn up in the atmosphere, which presumably the hulk of which is going to crash land on the planet.
The last shuttle has reached the planet, sir.
Was created by...
Sir, their shield is drained.
Carol and David Marcus. David giving his own life to save Saavik and Spock.
Is severely damaged, sir.
Who is eventually going to be vaporized on that planet as it flew itself apart.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
The plan that brought Spock back to life at huge cost. Not just the Enterprise, but David Marcus, Kirk's son. Spoiler. You've had enough time to watch this movie.
Falling back for an attack run.
You know, they're all looking up at it like,
an unknown vessel
damn,
entering
and
the battle.
Kirk goes, oh my god,
Sir,
what have I done?
It's a Kessok ship.
The Cardassians aren't going to just lie down and let us have this base.
And Bone says you did what you had to do.
On screen.
Captain, we'll
Does it matter that it made no sense to steal the Enterprise in the first place?
The forward shield has failed.
Moving into attack.
That's not the point.
We have a serious tactical problem here, Captain. I'm showing a large number of vessels entering the area. They appear to be Kessok, sir.
More Kessok ships?
They are on an intercept course.
I was gonna get back to the Klingon thing, right? Yeah. And then it leads into the bounty. You know, they steal the bird of prey because it's the only like more capable ship left around the Genesis system anymore. So it's the only option.
The Zukov has been destroyed.
I don't know how I'm gonna win this fight, really. I really don't. I'll keep at it, I guess.
Lining up forward torpedo.
The top shield has failed.
Damn.
Lining up forward torpedo.
Okay, Klingons. Let's see that. Let's back up a little bit. That's some intense subjects we just been getting into. So the last time we saw Klingons in Star Trek, is of Star Trek 3. We saw them in the opening scene of the motion picture where they get people right back here. And like before that, you've only seen them in like what, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes of the original series. So like they're known to be like the big bad, you know, enemy rival of the Federation and all that. But like we don't really know too much about their
We must give Commander Willis time to pull our forces off the surface. We cannot allow them to fall into enemy hands.
That wipe
Moving
out
into attack
first.
range. Sir, our aft shield is drained.
These Kessok ships are freaking brutal. Yeah, so Star Trek 3.
Sweeping through.
Why is it when you look? Okay, let's go. When you look at how the Klingons act in Star Trek 3, like, is that honorable? Hell no. Hell to the no. They are using a cloaking ship to make sneak attacks, blow up science vessels, kill unarmed hostages, and use terror, intimidation, and sneaky behind the back. Like, I'm not going to confront you directly and punch you in the face. I don't have the berries to attack you head on, so I'm going to go attack somebody who matters to you. First off, fuck that. Second, that's not what a Klingon would do. And when you look at the Klingon bird of prey, which has become iconic since, take the Klingons out. Look at the Klingon bird of prey itself. What is it called? Bird of prey. What does it look like? Bird of prey. It even has the feather motif on the wings.
The left shield is draining, Captain.
It has a cloaking device. Take the Klingons out of it and know what it does. It's a fast scout. It cloaks. It's like a sneak attack ship. It is not a I'm going to show up on your doorstep and punch you in the face because of honor kind of ship. That is a sneaky little bitch ship. That is a Romulan ship. Right?
Moving into attack.
And originally, Star Trek 3, the adversaries of Kirk et al. Were not Klingons. They were going to be Romulans. When you listen to the musical cues that play, when the bird of prey blows shit up, brilliant fucking soundtrack, by the way. That doesn't scream Klingon to me. That is Romulan. It even has that kind of like, sort of, I almost want to say Roman Empire movie from the 1960s kind of ring to it. That's because it was supposed to be fucking Romulans. Romulans are going to take hostages and threaten to kill one if they don't get what they want. Not Klingons. Romulans are going to cloak and attack, being all sneaky, use extortion, intimidation, and like all that kind of shit. I am going to go to the main menu and try and figure out what settings I can mess with to not die here. Episode 6, Mission 5, because this is just failing as tactically, and I think it's because of the mods. The mods rebalance all the ships, and the Kessok ships are OP. I'm gonna blame that. So I'm gonna crank down the difficulty and just go with it. I don't care. I'm too busy talking about what I think is important. some fun shit. So that's why, and so it was executive meddling that messed it
Incoming
up.
transmission.
It was because
Excellent.
executive meddling caused that problem because the writers wrote in Romulans because they haven't, you know, we saw Klingons in the first movie, and the second movie it's Khan, and the third movie they're like, oh, let's bring the Romulans back and have them be like insidious, which the Klingons are in Star Trek 3. They're not.
Aye, Captain.
They're not even, and even in the original series, it wasn't really established. Like what we know is like Klingons with their honor and their codes and their you know, succession and their houses and stuff like that. I think that was more of a TNG thing, if I remember right. In COS, they were just like obstructive.
2 Cardassian Galores have just entered the system, sir. They are turning to engage. Captain?
Blow that up, buddy.
Initiating
Yes, sir.
tactical maneuver. Yes, Captain.
If you're gonna make a maneuver, make it tactical, buddy. Tear him up. Tactical.
Engaging to destroy.
Thank you.
Captain.
So that's why that's why when you're trying to reconcile, why do Klingons? What's up with their honor? Why are they doing this? Why this doesn't make sense? It's because they were written to be Romulan, and then the executives are like, oh, people don't remember the Romulans, so well, let's just put Klingon makeup on them and call them Klingons, not taking any of their culture and what they were going to be doing into account. So it because of that, because that's canon now, it effed up the Klingon species from then on, right? What it did give them is a admittedly badass looking bird of prey. I love the ship. I love it. It really is cool. And you can kind of see, maybe, because it has kind of the wings off to the side like it could take an R-32, and it's got that nose-mounted torpedo and like the neck with the crew pod like on the front of the neck, you know, so it kind of, you can maybe see how maybe it might have been a Klingon ship, but no, that's a fucking Romulan ship, right? In concept and in design and in execution and in friggin' employment. It is employed like Romulans would employ something, right? So, that's a spy ship. That's a
falling back for an attack run.
So, and it kind of messed it up. And then so that's why you're trying to reconcile what's going on. What is it? Is it honorable to cloak your ship to where the enemy can't fight back and shoot with impunity? Like, I don't know if it's honorable. Tactically and strategically sound, yeah, I don't want to put myself in a way where I can get hit. I want to shoot and not get shot. That's the whole point. So like, it makes sense, but is it consistent with what we know about, like, Klingon honor? I challenge you to a duel and, you know, batless combat. Like, no, it's one-on-one. Let's make this a straight-up fight. Like, no. It's not. So,
Sweeping through
fast forward 3 movies to Star Trek 6, we get General Chang, and also in a Klingon bird of prey, which can fire while cloaked, which is the most chicken shit move you could do. And he's doing that, like, to sabotage a peace process. What a wuss. But he's blustering behind Klingon honor and Shakespeare, for fuck's sake. Like, cry havoc! And let's slip the dogs away.
Sir, incoming transmission from the Kittimer.
Speaking of Kittimer.
This is the Kittimer. We are
moving
facing
into
heavy
attack
resistance in Tezo 2. We require your immediate...
We know. Tezo 2. Okay.
Captain?
So if you are confused
Course laid in.
about Klingon
Yes, sir.
honor and why it is changed so much across the whole IP, it's probably because it started with Star Trek 3 and they've been trying to reconcile it ever since. To varying degrees of success. Blow that up.
These Cardassians are making it difficult to carry out our mission. Once we dispatch these ships, we can continue to Tezo 1.
And honor itself is a funny thing. If you look up the definition of it, it's kind of funky. Like,
falling back for an attack run.
it's dangerous, right? You can hide behind honor and stuff like that. Honor is a real thing, and it's a very honorable thing to have, but it can mean so many different things depending who you're asking, what culture you're talking about, what class of person you're talking about, right? Because, like, you can... Honor cultures tend to be some of the most violent, right? Because Oh boy, you know what? I mean, you see that with the Klingons. Like they're warlike. They're militaristic. This doesn't mean they're all brutal warriors who are just bloodthirsty or anything like that. But like, look at what happened in Discovery. That's freaking atrocities, man. That first season of that, they are horrible.
Sweeping through
but they had this whole religious cult thing going. So that could be a commentary. And you can kind of see where like the Klingons, in some ways, as time goes on, from the 60s during the Cold War, and then Star Trek VI, the end of the Cold War, and how do we reconcile that? And in Next Generation, you see the Klingon Empire and the Federation become allies, even though they're not the same. They don't really see eye to eye on everything. They find a mutually beneficial. Former enemies becoming.
That's the last of them, sir.
Sensors show no signs of Cardassian ships around Tesla 1.
Let's hope they're busy elsewhere. Incoming message from Commander Willis, sir. We are to proceed to Tesla 1.
Okay. Once more into the breach. I'm sorry.
Moving into
onto the breach, I believe.
Course laid in. Yes, Captain.
This is not really so much of a playthrough. It's just me ranting about random bullshit, and I don't care. Whatever. If you're still here, thanks. And Romulans have been fairly consistent-ish over time. But you know what? You could say maybe the culture is changing. Maybe the Klingon definition of honor changes over the decades and generations.
The Khitomer will orbit Tesla
that are represented in Star Trek. So yeah, maybe that's possible. And you can see the Federation changing from like what it's like in Discovery, TOS, even Enterprise, and all the way up to Next Generation and then on. Like it changes a lot. So yeah, you could probably like say, hey, well, maybe Klingon culture changed and they evolved and they changed what honor meant. But
Captain, the Khitomer reports all shuttles away.
In nobody's book of honor does it make sense to take 3 hostages and murder one of them by stabbing them in the back.
Captain, 2 more Cardassian ships have just entered the system.
We have to keep them away from the Khitomer.
Engaging to destroy.
How honorable is that? No. Yeah, that's just straight up terrorism. Like, intimidation. Attacking a soft civilian target to achieve political ends. Something like that. Yeah.
Are draining their right shield.
That's a chicken shit move.
Has reached the planet, sir.
There's no way to rationalize that.
Moving into attack range.
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
Yeah, so that's Star Trek 3.
Their left shield has collapsed, sir.
So they bring Spock back in the end, by the way. They go to Mount Seleia on Vulcan. They bring the Klingon bird of prey, which was going to be Romulan. Oh! I hadn't even put that together until just now. They were going to capture a Romulan bird of prey and fly that back to Vulcan to bring Spock back. That could have been a whole storyline right there.
Scanners detect an unknown vessel entering the battle. Sir, it's a Kessok ship.
The Cardassians aren't going to just lie down and let us have the space.
Sensor right. You can take out the target.
Forward shield is draining.
We'll take the Cardassians. The Sovereign is better suited.
Wow, yeah, imagine the Romulan Empire being like, hey, you got our shit, we want our cloaking device back. And they could be like, no, they claimed asylum here, they've been granted diplomatic immunity. And the Klingon, the Romulans have been like, we don't respect that, we broke off from you, blah, blah, blah. That could have been, Star Trek 4 could have been a completely different thing had the Romulans remained the adversaries in Star Trek 3. Holy shit, I didn't even think of that until like just now. Because they have common ancestry, they're kind of the same, but they would split up culturally, whatever.
Target hull activity at 50%.
Wow, that could have been a whole different thing.
Captain, their shield system has been disabled.
Moving into attack range.
Yeah.
The Zukov has been destroyed.
And so they go to Mount Seleia, and the Vulcan.
Are at 75%.
I don't want to say priestess. I don't know if that's her actual title. But the one who actually performs the ceremony that she puts her hands on like Spock's head and Bones' head and like transfers Spock's Katra back from Bones to Spock's like Genesis body. is the same actress who presided over Spock and Spring's Ponfar thing with the spears. I forgot what they're called. Is it a month time?
Captain, their attacks are draining our shield.
Season 2, episode 1.
We must withdraw.
Yeah,
We
we're,
must give Commander
you know,
Willis time to pull our forces off
differing
the
is like you have to fight that guy.
surface. Not allow them to fall into enemy hands.
Sir, we are draining
I
their
think
top
that's
shield.
both that episode and Star Trek 3 feature a
Rear
Ponfar.
torpedo tubes.
Oh, I forgot about that. That's unsettling. It is logical. Savic's like, hey, you're dealing with some shit. It's called Ponfar.
Port shield draining, Captain.
To keep your brain from melting.
Lining up
Here we go.
forward torpedoes.
When I was a kid watching that, I did not know what was happening, and now I'm like, oh, damn. They totally did it, didn't they? And I am just now putting that into my head. This is a crazy. This is the craziest episode of Hangar Zilch79 that has ever existed. I don't think it'll ever reach this level of craziness again. Maybe it will. I don't know. Maybe it's a new standard of insanity, and that's just where we are. No, that's our new normal. I don't know. What do you think? Put the comments down. Put your comments on the comment section, and use the thumb to make a thumb up, and subscribe to subscribe. You know what? I hate it when YouTubers, which I don't count myself as one, at least not anymore. I do not like it when people say hit like and subscribe, because you fucking know how YouTube works. You do, and I don't care. Like, if you want to subscribe, like, I'm not here for views, obviously, or this would be a much better product. Like, if you like it, watch it. If not, you know, go somewhere else. There's plenty of other shit. You know, you're probably gonna flip over to TikTok and watch everything in 3 seconds in English bursts and forget about those things anyway. You know, by the time you get to the end of this episode, you've already, you could have consumed 800 TikToks and forgotten 799. You know, that's just kind of how things are going. There's a time and place for that, but reality ain't bite-sized chunks, you know. You need these conversations in these long movies that don't make a shitload of sense but have a deep meaning in them, because a story, a narrative is important. And it's also really important to keep your shit in one piece, and I seem to be able to do that. So I'm going to probably take these mods off and try again. And I'll be back right after these messages. So, a few days later, I've had time to think about my mistakes and, you know, just kind of how life goes. We're gonna just go like this, because realizing that this game has a bug on episode 6, mission 5, and, is, how to put this? Trying to defend a ship that is not defendable against odds that just are not defeatable, given I'm pretty good at this kind of stuff, and I can't win with a Sovereign class ship against, I don't know, 7 or 8 Kessok warships and a bunch of other stuff. This is a Kobayashi Maru, at least in this version of the game, and I come up with a unique solution. Let me show you what I mean. You may have seen this, you may have heard this song before. Let's load this. I've got an ace up my sleeve. Watch the USS Sovereign. Oh, gee, it healed itself. Huh, wonder how that could have happened.
Captain,
there's also
the Killer will orbit Tesla 1 and begin landing the ground forces.
What would God
You are to
mode
supply
need with the
cover
starship?
until the operation is complete.
Huh.
With any luck, We'll be done before the Cardassians know what hit them.
Huh. Huh. I may have...
Captain, 2 more Cardassian ships have just entered the system.
We have to keep them away from the Kittimer.
Engaging to destroy, Captain.
Captain, the Kittimer reports all shuttles away.
Yeah, so I think this mission is unwinnable with the current build. So
Their top shield has failed.
it's not winnable.
Moving
the only
into
option
attack
is to find a way around this kind of thing, right? So I may have changed the shortcut to test mode. It allows God mode and lets me repair allies, and then also what's cool,
Sweeping through phase.
The last shuttle has reached the planet, sir.
you can do stuff like this. Their sensors arrays.
Target hull
Let's just
integrity
damage that
at
a little, shall we?
75%.
And now we can't shoot anything. So that'll come in handy, I'm sure.
Target hull integrity at 50%.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Captain,
Captain, scanners detect an unknown
I don't
vessel
like that quote.
entering the battle. Sir, it's a Kessok ship.
The Cardassians aren't going to just lie down and let us have this base.
We are being hailed. On screen.
Captain, we'll take the Cardassians. Sovereign.
The top shield has failed.
Kessok aggressor.
We have a serious tactical problem here, Captain.
Don't we?
I'm showing a large number of vessels entering the area. They
The
appear
bottom
to be
shield is
Kessok,
draining, sir.
More Kessok ships?
They are on an intercept course.
So, I was wondering, like, gee, these are some tough ships. They're not unbeatable. I mean, I've beaten the asses of several of them. Like, check this out. That's a lot of
Sweeping through phase
positrons. That's eight.
Their top shield has failed. Their hull is severely damaged, sir.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Port shield draining, Captain.
Sir, their aft shield is draining. Their forward shield is
Falling
draining.
back for an attack run.
Target hull integrity at 75%.
Moving
Sir, their
into
aft
attack
shield
range.
is draining. Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Let's give them a
Our forward
fix.
shield is draining.
Friendly target selected. Holding fire.
Oh, well, blow this one up.
Sir, we are being hailed.
Their top shield
Their
has
defenses are
failed.
too strong. We must withdraw. We must give Commander Willis time to pull our forces off the surface. We cannot allow them to fall into enemy hands.
Moving into attack range.
What I'm going to do is start taking off sensor arrays. Because there's no way
Their sensor system has been destroyed.
The Sovereign can't withstand 7 Kessok warships, as we've seen several times over. So the only way to keep them from
Our ventral shields
overwhelming
are
you is
draining,
to
sir.
blow off their
Their
sensor
hull is
array, and
severely damaged, sir.
then they can't shoot
Moving
anything.
into attack range.
Their forward shield is draining.
But when possible, I will try not to cheese this up.
Moving
Hold
into
the shield.
attack range.
Blow it up.
Their forward shield is draining. Target hull integrity at 75%.
Moving into attack range. More enemy vessels have entered the area, Captain.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Let's give them a repair.
Shields are at 75%.
I'm taking a
Moving
beating
into
though.
attack draining, sir. Sir, Sir, we are draining
Shields
their
are
top
at
shield.
75%.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start blowing up sensor arrays. So let's do that.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Their
Shields are
sensor
at
system has been
75%.
disabled.
Hull integrity at 50%.
Sir, their sensor system has been destroyed.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Cheating!
Our ventral shields are
Their
draining.
sensor
If
system
you don't
has
have a
been
choice, you don't
disabled.
have a choice.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Moving into attack range.
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Their left shield is draining, Captain.
So I hope you enjoyed
top
my rant
shield
about
has
Star
failed.
Trek 3. It was long overdue. It's the one
Moving
Their
into
hull
attack
is
range.
severely damaged,
I've
sir.
seen it probably the most of any Star Trek movie because it's the one we grew up with on BCS. I think I mentioned that already. So, it's weird. Like I watched it again and again and again, and like for some reason,
Moving into attack range.
I never felt like it's not horrible, right? Like it's not like a shitty movie. It just doesn't follow normal movie patterns.
Moving into attack range.
So it's part of a story. It's part of a sequence of events. It's not a cinematic masterpiece aside from the special effects, the soundtrack, and all that other stuff.
The
It's not.
bottom shield is draining, sir.
You know, it's got some dramatic points. It's just funky. You know, it's like, where does this fit?
Their left shield
It just
is
feels
draining,
weird.
Captain.
Not like you can watch the whole movie through, and it's like, what did I?
Target hull integrity at 50%.
What just happened? Like you watched it, but like it doesn't feel like you watched a movie, does it?
Sweeping through
It's like
phase arms.
different.
Sir, they have hull breaches on multiple decks. Sir, sensors indicate the shuttles have exited
More
the planet's
enemy vessels have
atmosphere.
entered the area.
I'm gonna repair those.
Sovereign, we've made it off.
That's a
the
friendly
planet.
target, sir.
Took a lot of
Holding
damage.
position.
We estimate power reserves will be exhausted shortly
Shields
after
are
we
at
engage our warp
75%.
engines. However,
Their top
we
shield
think we
has
can
failed.
make it to the old system. We'll have
The
to
old system, you
rendezvous
got
with
that?
us there. Willis out.
Moving into attack range.
Ah. Damn. Really? Really? So what does that tell you about this mission? Even when I'm like cheating and blowing off sensor arrays, it still manages to kill me? Like the mission is just heavily unfair. I think you've seen that at this point, so we're just gonna load that. I'm just gonna start. I don't have patience for this. I don't remember ever when I played
Captain, the Kittimer will
When I
orbit
played the,
Kessok with any luck.
vanilla version of this game. I had no problems of this nature. So it's definitely the mod, you know, doing something with the balance. So we're just gonna start to. I'm going to be a little merciless here. I'm no lie. Dr. Venture. He's do a pretty
Captain,
good
2 more Cardassian ships have just entered the system.
Monarch
We
impression.
have to keep them away from the Kittimer.
Destroy that, please.
Captain,
Engaging
the Kittimer
to destroy.
reports all
Monarch!
shuttles away.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Load up.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
Moving into attack range.
Target hull integrity at 25%.
The last shuttle has reached the planet.
Sweeping through phase
Their
arms.
bottom shield is draining, sir.
You know what happens when you blow up a bridge? It dies.
Our attacks are draining their right shield.
So I'm just gonna cycle through this because I think you've seen this battle enough
Moving into
to
attack
just
range.
want to get it the hell over with. Am I right? Am I right?
Captain, scanners detect an unknown vessel entering the battle. Sir, it's a Kessok ship.
The Cardassians aren't going to just lie down and
Orders,
let us have
Captain?
this base.
We are being hailed. On screen.
Captain, rotate the Cardassians. Cardassians.
Yes, sir.
Sir, we are draining their top shield.
Serious tactical problem here, Captain. I'm showing a large number of vessels entering the area.
Sir, they are draining
appear
our
to be
dorsal
Kessok,
shield.
sir.
More Kessok ships?
They are on an intercept course.
Sir, their sensor system has been destroyed.
Let's just, you know what? Let's just. They don't need to be alive anymore. I'm kind of. It's been established.
The top shield has failed.
You guys, you know, I don't suck at this kind of game. So I'm just gonna
Moving into
win
attack range.
now. We're winning now.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
So once the bridge is gone, the rest of the hull just breaks apart. Need a repair there, buddy?
Friendly target selected. Holding fire.
Good choice there, Mr. Savali. Kind of cool to see how quick the Trevitt class USS Devore is. Just
That's a
zipping
friendly target, sir. Holding position.
around. There we go. And like, I just don't have patience
Sir,
for
we
this
are being
anymore.
hailed.
Target the warp core and let's kill that.
We must
Boom.
withdraw. We must give Commander Willis time
Moving
to pull
into
our forces
attack
off the
range.
surface. We cannot allow them to fall into enemy hands.
Sir, their aft shield is draining.
Yeah, this is cheesy as hell, but
More
like,
enemy
I'm kind of done.
vessels have entered the area, Captain.
Our ventral shields are draining, sir.
Moving into attack range.
To give you commendations for original thinking, we give you this kind of stuff, you're the first one to think of it. Unfortunately, I'm not in this
Sir,
case.
their sensor
Main
system
power
has
is
been
at
destroyed.
50%.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
That's what you think.
More enemy vessels have entered the area.
This is like, it's just a ridiculous number of Kessok warships. I'm really
Sir, they are draining our
not
dorsal shield.
upset about it or anything. I'm just like, really?
Moving into attack range.
Anyway, unless faced with
More
an
enemy
unwinnable
vessels
scenario,
have entered the area.
I won't be doing this again. Just we gotta get through this together. We've been through so much.
Hull integrity at
You know,
75%.
so much together as you and me, as an audience and a player, and listening to my bullshit rants.
Lining up
Like,
forward torpedo.
it's a shame to have that stop and get stuck because mission is being stupid. So we're just gonna
More enemy vessels have entered the area.
unalive them all very quickly.
Hull integrity at 50%.
And I'm still losing.
Lining up
You
rear
know what?
torpedo tubes.
God mode. Don't care. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it.
More enemy vessels have entered the area, Captain.
How? Kessok 6 and 7 keep respawning. That was the problem.
Lining up rear torpedo tubes.
Sir, their sensor system has been destroyed.
Shut down their guns. At least we can do that.
Sir, their sensor system has been destroyed.
Sweeping through phaser.
So you turn on God mode and turn it back off, and we'll heal your
Sir, we are
ship.
draining their top
That's good to
shield.
know. But what does a god need with a starship, really?
Their left shield is draining, Captain.
Moving into attack range. Moving into attack range.
There we go.
More enemy vessels have entered the area, Captain.
I don't know what to make of this anymore.
Lining up forward torpedo.
Their hull is severely damaged, sir.
Sir, they are draining our dorsal shield.
Their bottom shield is draining, sir.
There we go, there we go.
More enemy vessels have entered the area, Captain.
Repair these shuttles as they're on the way up.
Friendly target selected. Holding fire.
Sir, sensors indicate the shuttles have exited the planet's atmosphere.
Tracking has been disabled.
Incoming message from Commander Willis.
Sovereign, we've made it off the planet, but our shuttles took a lot of damage. We estimate power reserves will be exhausted.
Sir, they're
shortly
moving
after
into
we
attack
engage our
range.
warp engines. However, we think we can make it to the BOL system. You will have to rendezvous with us there. Willis,
Yes, sir?
Sir, the shuttles have warped out of the system.
We should
All right.
head to BO
Moving into
immediately,
attack
sir.
So that's the end of the mission, as I found. First, this guy, gets stabbed at from Hell's Heart.
More enemy vessels have entered
And they
the
just
area.
keep coming. That's why I couldn't win. There's a bug that kept the, you know what? If you get stuck on this and you're trying to get out of it without
Shields
cheating,
are at 75%.
Lining up forward torpedo tubes.
Sir,
you may have to just shoot the weapons
with the shuttles in the BO system.
off of the Kessok and don't destroy them. That way they don't respawn, kind of like in an X-Wing game. Anyway, let's set a course to the BL system. We're gonna warp, and that's gonna be the end of this mission, right? So good hunting out there, guys. I hope you fare better at this than I do, and we'll trek it up later.